Okay, so we're up. Okay, so just doing a little test stream for Solasta. Jeff is here in the Discord channel with me, just making sure everything is working correctly, and I'm also monitoring.
On the Twitch stream.
You couldn't hear me talking to you, could you?
I could hear you talking for a while, and then now I got the spinning circle. And now it's sort of cutting in and out.
Did you hear me in Discord, though?
I'm not sure.
At first you did, but then you didn't?
Probably.
Okay. What the hell's causing that?
Seems good now.
Yeah, everything's fine now. It's just that I started talking as the stream started, and we're just monitoring the connection to make sure everything's good, and all of a sudden OBS is going nope, 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 and then I couldn't hear you anymore, and I was trying to talk to you, and nothing was going through. So I don't know what caused that.
Well, now's the time to sort that out. So yeah, a little bit of time for that. You can check your OBS settings and all that stuff, see if anything's, which is a pain in the ass, I know, but it's your job.
Yeah, I know. It's not it's because it's a dual box setup, and it's different.
Yep, I get it.
It's 10 o'clock in the morning at roughly 2 hours. Can I set up OBS on the other machine fast enough? Yes, but because I changed stuff around, as in, because yesterday I had my headset on the gaming rig, and as a result, in order to hear stuff, or in order for the streaming software to hear stuff. No, wait, that's not right. Why was I doing that? Oh, I had I had the headset connected to the PC gamer rig so I could hear what was going on there, and then everything else is on the streaming thing. But the downside to that is you have to send data from the gaming rig to the streaming rig, which is taking up, resources and bandwidth. So what I did last night, was really the weird part there is the mic is plugged into the streaming rig, and Discord is on the streaming rig too, so that shouldn't really be happening. That really shouldn't be happening.
Yeah, I got no experience in that type of setup, so
that's the problem. Neither do I. So this is all a learning experience. So
well, now you got a good couple hours to look at your settings and play around with some stuff and see what it is. So it's all good.
I don't know what it is, though. That's the problem.
Well, start looking at the settings, I guess.
There's not a lot of settings to look at. I mean, it could be the streaming rig just doesn't want to do it. Let's see, what can I do there? Oh, let's see if killing Steam over on the streaming rig helps at all, because I forgot to turn that off. Although I don't think it's doing anything, but... Oh, there's a problem, maybe. Gotta forget about the cloud services stuff that shouldn't be running.
What, the cloud save?
Yeah, I use Google Drive for all my backing up stuff, and I forgot to turn it off on the streaming rig. That might be an issue. Especially if it comes out a certain, every couple of minutes or so, that's usually an indication what that might be.
Yeah, there's some logic to that. Makes sense.
I'm gonna kill Steam to make sure. Yeah, right now I have Steam running on 2 different computers. Because for those of you listening, Steam, if you have 2 computers and you have Steam on both computers, and because for whatever reason, doesn't matter, or just any 2 devices, because there's the Steam Deck too. Steam, if you want to move or copy, install, whatever, a game that you already own on one machine, you want to put it on the other one, it's easy to do, because with Steam, as long as you have both instances of Steam running on both devices, right? Steam will recognize that, and it'll copy over from your already installed device to the new device that wants it. That way you don't have to re-download the stuff. However, if you don't have one of them on, it starts downloading. It doesn't tell you. Well, it gives you a little warning, but if you're not paying attention, it's easy to miss. So, yeah. But anyway, if you didn't already know that, Steam is very nice to have done that. It makes life a little bit easier. Save you some data. Okay, let's see if this works. So we turned off the. Actually, let me go to. Because I don't know what's currently on my desktop, so I want to go back to a screen so you guys can't see. Let's turn all that stuff off.
Well, the stream seems quite stable at the moment.
It's going okay right now.
And the Discord still sounds good.
Yeah. Okay, let's try this. Now this is, I think this, it might be the... This isn't what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. That's what I want. So... Got to make sure I turn off the Google Drive stuff on the stream, this game PC too, just in case. Okay, that might be the issue. I'm not sure if I turned that off yesterday.
Well, right now for the last 5 minutes or so, things have been stable. No cutting out on the stream, no cutting out in the Discord, so yeah.
Okay,
it's picking up my voice pretty good as well, so
yep.
Yeah, no, it seems all right.
It's coming through really well, actually. Okay. Now I did get my second keyboard, second mouse. Finally arrived yesterday after this. What was it? It was the testing stream yesterday, right? Yeah, yesterday was Thursday.
Yeah, yesterday was your testing stream.
Yeah, and we cut that off a little early because it was just causing me headaches too much. And now I think if it's the friggin' Google Drive stuff, that's a really easy solution.
Did you have I wasn't really watching a lot of your stream. Were you having the same issues yesterday?
Yeah. Every now and then the OBS just goes data cut off type deal. You know, there's nothing happening on the stream. And
how often was that occurring? Or was it really random?
It was kind of random. So, okay. And what that means, though, it might have been because...
Talking.
Nope, I wasn't, because I lost connection again. I thought it was the Google Drive stuff, but apparently it's not. So, it's something else. What would it be? I don't think it's anything on the gaming PC because... Well...
Okay, your stream is back up again.
Yeah.
So the down for about a minute or so, I would say.
I don't even think it was a minute. It's probably... Well, yeah, but yeah. It was 30 seconds to a minute, I think. But,
Yep, 30 seconds for a minute. A full minute to get everything back up and going again. They can hear you on the Twitch stream. Right. So yeah, 30 seconds to about a minute.
So I don't know what it is.
Let's see, this occurred started at 11:08 my time. What is that? 10:08 yours?
Roughly, yeah.
So see when it does the next one.
See, the funny thing is, I was going through the stream from yesterday, and I was just watching it, trying to figure out when the actual interruptions were happening. Because usually, if the interruption is long enough, Twitch will create a new video. But if it's short enough, they just splice it together. So, like what just happened here, I think was short enough, so it's not going to show up as a separate video, which makes it a pain in the ass to find, to see what happened. But yeah, I don't know what it is, because the only thing I'm really running on the gaming PC right now is just Solasta, and of course the streaming, what it's called, NDI. It's what allows OBS to see what I'm doing on this computer.
These are all programs that you used before in your old setup as well, right?
Not
Nothing
the
new?
NDI is a new one. NDI is specifically it's a little suite of software that allows you to basically see what's happening on one computer and do some, watch it from another computer on your same network or anywhere. Actually, you can set it up. In this case, we're just looking on the same network, and so OBS there's a plug-in for OBS that allows you to go find the stuff on your network. And so it goes, oh, I found it over here, or I found it on this computer, and what do you want me to do with it? So, and we show it, of course. That's what I'm watching on the stream. So, but why is it dying? There's like no warning. It just happens.
On my side is still down.
Yeah, it's still down. Oh, it's coming up now. Okay, so now the stream's back up. So.
Okay, so that's about 4 or 5 minutes in between. So the next one should occur, if it's regular, at about 5 minutes from now.
Right. So OBS is. I'm looking at this stream. Actually,
is it a new version of OBS, or is it?
There's
you keep OBS updated all the time.
There's a new plugin that I'm using that you need to use to do this dual box thing, and I think that might be it.
Could be, since it's something new.
Yep. That's all I want. So there's the screen capture. Let's see if that spikes anywhere. I'm looking at my task manager process stuff on both computers right now. So next time, see if the thing happens, to see what's happening on the network. Because OBS is actually, it hasn't worked this alone in a long time. Normally it's got to share resources within the game or stuff, and it's a hogging up the resources.
I know you already know this, but just a warning that other people are watching at the moment, so careful what you're sharing on your screen.
Oh no, that's why I'm looking at this particular screen. It's no big deal.
Okay, because we can see your desktop right now.
Yep, I know. There's nothing.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. Okay.
There. Now you guys watch the task manager. Oh, that's right. Is it Crush? Crush gifted me a game, a program called Fences 4, and it basically allows you to organize your your icons and this kind of stuff, make them disappear and reappear and this kind of fun stuff. It's just it's a nice little tool. I've been meaning to get it for years. Hey, Ring, welcome back. Hey, Hurricane, welcome back too. Sorry, we're doing a test stream. I don't know if it's obvious by the stream title, but we're doing a test stream.
Yeah, I put in the Twitch chat thing that you're doing.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I see that now. I wasn't watching that before.
Yep. No, just do what you need to do.
Nope. So, if anybody notices the stream going down, we're just trying to figure out what the hell is causing this. I thought it was my cloud software backing up, but it's not, because I turned it all off and it still happens. So I don't know what it is. Now we're just watching Task Manager to see what's happening.
Yeah, because if it's regular interruptions, the next one should occur pretty soon.
And I suspect it's related to OBS stuff. Windows update? Windows updates are scheduled. They were supposed to happen actually today on both computers, but I postponed them until tomorrow morning. Right, yeah, again, it's scheduled for tomorrow morning. Hey, Fanny, welcome back. Yes, Task Manager streams are real. Again, I haven't changed anything since the last problem. So, if it's going to happen, I don't know what would be doing it. Screen capture is fine. It's not really doing anything either. So when I move stuff around on that's wow. That's funny. Watching the network usage just by moving the mouse. That's a lot of data. Holy shit. Just to watch a mouse move around. That's a lot.
Well, it's been quite stable for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to break it.
I know. That's why I'm talking once in a while to see if anything occurs.
Okay, bring up Solasta again, just to see if this helps figure things out.
Start up Solasta again, see if that kills the stream again.
Oh wow, this is weird.
That'll just confirm that something about starting up Solasta is doing it, rather than maybe something else.
Well, here's something: is the stream capture isn't putting any data through right now. The stream capture thing. Why isn't it showing up?
Well, something is sending the information to Twitch.
Yeah, I mean, the information is being sent, but it's just on the task manager for the gaming rig doesn't show anything for the network at all.
And maybe it's bypassing it.
I don't know what it's doing. Because there's the stream capture. Oh.
Or the task manager is not picking it up for whatever reason.
Actually,
That's,
the stream stuff is actually frozen. It's not actually showing anything. There it goes. So now it's there. Yeah, for some reason it got frozen.
Yep, I can see like the loading bar at the bottom is frozen.
It should be back to normal now, though.
Now I see you back to your desktop.
Right. Okay, so doing absolutely nothing is 130 megabits per second just to get over there. This shouldn't be a problem, though. Something spiking the CPU or the PC around it. That's what I'm trying to check. I'm trying to see what's happening when it starts dying. And right now everything's fine.
Roughly for the last little while, you've had an outage about every 4 to 5 minutes. The last one you might have started with a Solasta, but we'll see. Because right now, do you have Solasta running, or?
Yeah, it's running right now. Yeah, if you watch the stream, you should see it in your
Oh,
background.
okay, yep. I can see you have it in a window. Okay.
Again, Celeste is only running for demonstration purposes. We're not actually doing anything with it right now. It's just there to eat up resources of some kind somewhere. But I don't think that's the problem. I think it's related to the stream capture stuff. It's gotta be. It's getting overloaded for some reason. Going one direction or the other.
So if you're going to get another regular outage, it should be occurring over the next couple of minutes. So far, it seems stable.
Microsoft OneDrive, I don't use that. But it doesn't seem to be doing anything, so I don't think that's a big deal.
It's been stable for about the last 5 minutes.
Oh.
Did you? Still, or is it frozen on my end?
No, it's not frozen. It died for like 2 seconds.
Ah, okay. I didn't notice it on the stream side.
Yep, and I didn't see actually anything
Oh, okay.
happen.
Now I lost connection.
Yeah, did not see anything happen. And it's frozen, I think. That's frozen. Yeah, when it dies, it freezes. It's definitely related to
Looks like
the.
it's frozen now.
Yeah, it's related to the capture software somehow. Because every time it does, it freezes up the software, the connection between the two PCs, but nothing else is frozen.
And it's unfrozen again.
Yep.
So that the whole thing, probably about a minute.
Now here's something odd. When everything is running the way it's supposed to, the CPU on the streaming PC is between 90 and 100% because of all the different stuff that's running on there. But as soon as the connection is done, gets cut off, the CPU drops down to like 30%. So I don't know what the hell that is. It's probably OBS related. It's got to be OBS related.
Could be. I got no experience really with that, so I have no idea.
It's got to be.
It's an interesting issue for sure. Was that always the plan, though, that you're going to use the other rig as like one for a streaming rig and one for, or the setup that you're currently working with? Or
It honestly wasn't always the plan. It was just something I was going to see if I could get it to work, and apparently the answer is no at the moment until I can figure this out.
the advantage of that?
The advantage of having a streaming PC versus a gaming
Yeah.
PC. The general idea is this is the story you always hear, and that's one I don't really buy into too much, simply because the idea is when you have the two separated things, you have your streaming PC handling all the streaming related stuff like what we're doing now, talking on Discord, all the scene control, all this other stuff, and then you have your gaming PC that's devoted just to gaming, so it can use all its resources doing that instead of having to do both, right?
Okay. And then you know that if you have like a problem on the stream side, it's all related to the one side. It's completely separate from each other.
Right.
And if you got like a game issue, the game issues won't affect the stream at all. Well, okay, I can see the sense in that.
Right. But I've been doing the one computer setup for 10 years now, over 10 years. And I really have any issues with it. I mean, nothing significant. I mean, I think I can count on one hand how many times that the game dying or crashing has really affected the stream in a negative way. I think I might have had, one, like I said, less than 5 times where something happened that took everything out and the computer had to be restarted, that kind of stuff. That wouldn't affect everything, it wouldn't have mattered whether I was on, a dual setup or a dual PC setup or not, because a lot of my problems in the past have been network related, as in ISP related. So that's a thing, which it doesn't matter how many PCs you have if your internet connection is crap. So that's not a problem for me. And as far as playing games and stream at the same time, as long as you play within your lane, as in what your computer is capable of doing, it's not an issue. The only issues I've really had is when I push. The game that I'm playing is, more of a resource hog. Some games I can't even play and stream at the same time. Like, I think I mentioned this on Discord earlier this morning, where Star Citizen, I can play Star Citizen on my computer, but I can't stream it because of its memory requirements. OBS requires too much memory, or both, but the game requires a lot of memory and OBS requires some memory too, and the combination of them is just too much, and I can't do both of them.
I can see the attraction though for having a completely separate rig that handles completely the streaming side and one for the gaming side. So once you get through that, the pains of getting that set up, that's especially if you're going to go into more high-end games, I could see the advantage for sure.
Oh no, I know what the advantages are. It's just that I don't buy into them that you have to do it, because I don't think you do. Because I like I said, I've got 10 years of experience saying you don't have to. As long as you stay in the lane what your computer is capable of doing, you can do a single PC setup. And I'm pretty sure I know this new PC can do it as well and still play, do high-end stuff. It's because of that. It's a little bit beefier than the streaming PC. So, it can do what it needs to do. And even if it can't, you can always, turn stuff down a little bit that nobody's even going to notice for the most part. So it doesn't really matter, So,
what interconnection are you using between your gaming PC and your streaming PC?
It's cable. That's a typical network cable. They're both going to the same router.
Oh, okay, so you got a router, then okay, got it.
Yeah,
so
router and both.
Basic.
Yeah, network cable to the router. Yeah. So they're not going anywhere outside of that until the stream process goes. So. And again, the stream capture, that's 100 megabits per second. That's basically what the cables are rated for. Because these are Cat 10s, Cat 10 100s. Yeah, I think that's what they are. So this is what they're rated for. That's their speed right there. And we're getting it on both sides. Yeah. Because it's funny, on the gaming PC, which we're looking at on the screen here, that 100 megabits range there is almost identical to what I'm watching over on the streaming PC, which is a little bit higher, but it's from OBS though. OBS is the network hog there, because it's taking everything in and streaming it back out too. So. And I forgot to mark the last interruption. Damn it.
I didn't. It was at 11:25 my time, so that would be 10:25 your time.
Okay. So
it lasted about 30 seconds to a minute.
All right. So we're about 8.
So it roughly occurs about every 4 to 5 minutes right now. But you've been stable for a good 7 minutes.
Right.
6-7 minutes. So if an outage is going to occur, you should expect it within the next couple of minutes, if it's clockwork.
What is it though? So I'm looking for spikes from other applications to see if they're causing it, but I'm not sure what I should be looking at either. I'm not sure. I'm not convinced it's the network issue. It's the data issue anymore. I think it might be something specific to the streaming PC. It's got to be OBS because that's the only thing that's only changed. Is I added a new plugin specifically for the streaming stuff. But it was supposed to be the most up-to-date one, and OBS is up to date. I think. Yeah, it is.
It might be worthwhile to do basic Google search for with that new application if other people are having the same issue or not.
I doubt it because a lot of people are using it, and it's not. Well, maybe.
Well, yeah, no, but if they,
Yeah, let me
not
see.
that it's like an ongoing issue, but maybe other people have had like the same sort of issue occurred, and maybe you'll find something in the search, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like it might be just some simple setting that you have to set that will fix things. Or it might not be it at all.
Let's see. Oh, they have a troubleshooting thing. I'm not used to seeing this stuff. Antivirus software, no problem. That's firewall. That's not an issue.
Oh, right now it's been stable for about the last 10 minutes.
I know. That's what's scaring me a little bit. No, it's not. How are we doing? No?
Still good.
We're on the wrong screen, too. Can't see you talking. How about that? That's better. Okay. So, I am searching for possible issues. Oh. Now it says dropping audio for after 5 minutes. Let's see if this is related. Can't be related to audio, right? That would be weird.
It would be rather weird. Because how can audio kill an entire stream? How can audio take up so much resources that it just kills everything?
It can, that's the funny part. No? Okay, it's still going. I'll try it. Oh no, it's not the. No, it wouldn't be the. It wouldn't be the streaming stuff that's causing the audio problem. We don't even have anything going through right now. Or is that the issue? Is that why it's hasn't been a problem? Because we're not actually hearing the audio.
Oh, I mean the audio for the game's not coming through. I got turned off the sound actually for the stream. I'm watching it, but I'm not listening to it.
Yeah, that it wasn't actually no sound was coming through because because we're all tabbed out of it, so it wasn't coming through.
I would leave it off, maybe leave the sound off for the game for about another 5 minutes, just to confirm that it's nice and stable, then turn it back on, just to see what happens.
Yeah, I wonder if that's what.
Because right now it's been stable for about the last 15 minutes or so, which is pretty good. So let's wait another 5 minutes without sound, and then just turn it on, and then, yeah, that will confirm things quite quick.
Because this person I found said they locked the source audio at like negative 13 decibels, and it stopped the problem with the sound. This is a sound related issue with the capture thing, but it doesn't say. That's weird.
Because right now your stream has been stable for about the last 15 minutes. See, actually now would not be probably a horrible idea to maybe turn on either wait about another 5 minutes or turn on the sound now, and then we'll see it quite quick, I guess. But let me know once you turn the sound on.
Yeah, I'm going to try to play with that one particular value. Let's see if this helps.
I wouldn't change the setting yet. Just turn on the sound for the game. It would just confirm very quickly if that's that might be the possible issue.
Right. Well, the only thing I'm doing is locking the actual volume so that it can't go over a certain level. But I don't think that's. I don't know. It might be. Who knows? But. The stream coming in, but I hadn't done anything yet. I always changed in the volume level, and I didn't actually activate it on the game on this gaming PC yet. So, but now we're back up. So I don't know what caused that one. So apparently, it's not related to the volume.
Okay, so that was about a minute. The actual stream was down maybe for about 5 seconds. It was frozen for maybe about 20-30 seconds, so an outage of about a minute.
Right. Okay, so that's not the problem.
But the game's sound is still off?
Yeah. Although it's frozen, so this. We're back, and you're back. So there's the stream capture software saying it's going.
So before that outage, your stream was up for about 15 minutes.
Right.
And all other outages occurred about regularly every 4 to 5 minutes. So this, okay. So this one, it stayed up for 3 times longer.
I don't think it's the frame rate here. This is the default setting at 59.94 if you're looking on the stream. That's default. This we're just seeing so we can see the mouse moving around on the screen. This is just to change what you can look at specifically, but we won't look at the whole window, so that's no big deal. audio source. Of course we want audio, otherwise we can't hear anything from the PC. Minus that, minus that. I don't know what that is. I mean, it's obviously working. It's just there's something every couple of minutes is coming through. Okay, so that didn't help me, whatever that was supposed to.
Or did it drop again?
Did it?
No, I don't know.
No, if it did, it
Oh
was.
no, it did. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say if it did, that was like really fast because I was just looking at it. So.
No, I was just looking at the chat, so it's probably an old one. Okay, never mind.
Oh yeah, from Ring. Yeah, that's from a few minutes back. Here we go. Will this be helpful? Here's somebody having basically the same issue. Well, I'm going to go with this is not going to work. At least not this way. Okay, so nobody. I was just saying that somebody's actually having 2 years ago was having the exact same problem, and there's no resolution for it. But at least not on this particular throw. Okay.
How often was it occurring yesterday? Exactly this, or was it longer in between, or?
No, it was a random pattern, just like it is doing right now. It looks like, you know, for if you pay attention to it long enough, you say, okay, it might be every 5 to 7 minutes, but then when you start actually paying attention just a little bit longer, it varies. So whatever is doing it is very different, I think.
Did it start like right away at the start of the scream, or when you were doing like your preamble when you're talking?
It was like right at the start of the stream was the first time it happened, just like it did today. As soon as I started up the stream, that's when it started. And it goes from there. So I'm almost positive it's related to the plugin. It's gotta be.
When you're doing your test stream yesterday, were you doing any testing? Obviously, you did a little bit of testing before you stream, or
no? That's the problem is I didn't. So
no, just trying to figure things out a bit. Okay. Turn this stuff off. Well, at this point, you could probably just kill the game, since not that it'll probably make any difference, I guess. But
hey, it's bumping up my stream time or Steam time with it, making the Solasta look good
on an old chat channel.
Okay, I just changed what looks like might be inconsequential settings on the plugin. This option called tallies, tally program and preview. I disabled both of those. So
okay.
I don't know if it's going to do anything, but we'll see. Because I don't think it's the actual capture software, because it seems to be working pretty well. It's only the streaming stuff. It's when we're actually streaming, because here's a funny side effect of the setup is because I only have one headphone, so I have my headphones plugged into the streaming machine, which means I can't hear anything on the gaming machine unless I have OBS open. If I have OBS open and set to a scene that has the capture stuff and the NDI capture stuff enabled, then I can hear everything that happens on Discord. The stream isn't up yet.
Okay, so you're down maybe about 10, 15 seconds.
Yeah, it's actually killing my network connection too. Hey, Hobo, welcome back. It's actually killing my connection to the network, whatever it is.
Okay, it seems like it freezes it for a bit, and then the Twitch stream is completely down for a sec. Only for about 5 seconds. You got that guy with his hands on his head.
Yep.
Blue screen, and then the stream just starts up again. So now it's completely back up.
Yeah, it doesn't last very long. Oh, but it is a problem. Okay. So as I was saying.
So for the last 2 outages, it's about 4 or 5 minutes in between.
Right. And so before I was so rudely interrupted by the disconnect, is what I was saying is was it this morning? Or was it last night? No, this morning is I changed things around, or actually it was actually last night after the stream. Is I had for yesterday I had my headphones plugged into the gaming rig so I could hear what's going on in the game. And then I came up with this brilliant idea. Hey, let's move this over to the plug for the headphones over to the streaming machine and run things that way. And I can still hear everything, fine on the gaming rig as long as I have OBS open and I am on one of the NDI scenes. NDI is the capture software. And I had OBS open, just sitting on one of the scenes. I'm doing stuff on the computer and I can hear everything, no problem. No disconnect issues whatsoever. And that went on for I did like an hour or two last night. I did like an hour or two at least this morning. No problems whatsoever with connecting between OBS and between the two rigs. Now, as soon as we start streaming is when we run into issues. So what would that be? What would that be? So it said specifically related to streaming. And the only streaming stuff, I haven't changed the way the stream works. So what would that be? But it's definitely, I bet if I don't use this source and we just do a regular stream. I wonder if I turn it off. Let's do this. We're just going to sit on this. No, it actually did this too, but I'm going to turn off I'm not running it on this screen. Okay, so I've switched over to the intro screen and we'll see if it affects it. And the intro screen is not looking at the gaming PC at all.
Yeah, I was just about to recommend to have some just video that's just on the streaming rig.
Yep.
See what that does.
Yeah, and this is the intro screen that we're looking at now.
Because now it's not pulling any resources from the gaming rig at all. Gaming rig is completely isolated from anything, right? Or it won't. This is just the streaming rig we're looking at right now, right?
Yes, this is just the streaming rig, right? So actually I'm going to... No, only...
Okay, I would leave that up for about 10 minutes or so just to see what happens.
Yeah. And I'm going with let's see. The NDI software is still doing its thing, but it's not being captured anywhere. Right? I'm not running the actual NDI software on the streaming rig at all. Let's double check that.
Okay, so you started that at about 10:54 then. So
roughly, yeah.
See what it does.
Okay, the NDA.
I thought you would have got rid of all the videos with the stupid cat, but.
Are you kidding? You're the only person who hates him, Jeff.
Oh, you love the cat now?
No,
Okay.
I don't. I just don't. I don't hate the cat. I just don't like it.
Ah,
Uh, okay, so watch that there. So anyway, again, test stream. So now our new test is to see what happens when they don't actually watch the gaming rig. See if it causes any issues, which it could be, because usually when I started the stream this morning, when I started it yesterday, at the start of the stream, there was an issue, but that might just be with establishing connections between OBS and the capture software. That might be that just as a startup. And if we don't have it running now, hopefully it doesn't affect anything. In which means, what are we gonna do for stream today? Well, we could actually still do the stream. I can just stream from the streaming rig. No, I don't want to do that. I mean, it can do it. I only have the one monitor right now, which will make things hectic. Ugh. Okay, who's talking to me on Discord? Stop it.
yeah. No, I'm not talking.
No.
I can hear you.
No, somebody is. Oh, never mind. It's not specifically to me. I'm looking at the channels on Discord. People thinking I'm actually paying attention to that right now. I guess I can put Solasta back the way it was. I'm so looking forward to seeing Solasta in all its ultra glory.
Hmm.
That's what we're watching there.
Your Discord, is that on your streaming PC or is that on your gaming PC?
Streaming.
Okay.
Everything has to be, anything that's related to the mic has to be on the streaming PC at this point. So
Literally the only thing that's on the gaming PC is the game and the software for transferring the video to your OBS on your streaming PC.
As far as OBS is concerned, yes. Yeah, we're not doing any of the music. We're not. It's just the gaming. So OBS is. There is a copy of OBS on the gaming PC, but it's not running right now. It can if we need to, but because there was originally for the setup for this thing was they said put OBS on both machines. I understand why, but you don't have to. But the downside is you have to put your headphones and mic all on the streaming PC if you just do the one OBS setup. So. But again, the OBS version that we running on the gaming PC actually isn't really doing anything. It's just there to collect information. It's not really doing anything.
Yeah, I'm sure it's probably not the issue, but it almost sounds like if it's regularly occurring like every 45 minutes, it almost sounds like a buffer is getting like overflowed. It recognizes it dumps the buffer, then just starts rerunning again type thing.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm not describing that very well. Like it almost sounds like a file memory issue or something like that. But I got no experience with it, so but since it's occurring every 4 to 5 minutes, it sounds like something is overflowing and then just resetting.
Right.
But you said again that you didn't notice that issue when you weren't streaming, like you were using the OBS, yes, or
This
when you were
morning, or
setting it up.
yesterday and this morning, it doesn't. There's no big deal because I'm not using the actual. I'm not streaming. I'm using the capture software
Yep, no, I know
to
what you're
watch
saying.
stuff because I was actually watching it on one monitor, watching it through OBS, watching what I was doing, and there was no big deal because I wasn't streaming. But as soon as we start streaming, that's when the issue starts. So whatever that happens to be. Hmm.
It seems to be quite stable for about the last 5 minutes or so. I suggest maybe leaving things the same for about another 5 minutes.
Yeah. Here's something. Just not. Somebody's having the same exact issue. This is from, oh God, this is from 2018. So no problems, right?
Nope, wasn't so much other stuff, but I didn't have any problems on your stream, and your Discord stuff sounds good. I don't know, 12 minutes, so yeah, it's been about 10 minutes.
Okay.
So I started doing TCIs or current settings, I haven't changed my size table.
sorry, I'm reading through our thread that somebody, again, from 5 years ago, having the same problem. And somebody's telling me his issue is he's using too much data out, which is possible, but that doesn't make sense because I'm not doing anything different unless this new PC is cranking something out that I'm not aware of.
Yeah, it might be overwhelming, like, for lack of a better term, what I'm supposed to say with OBS.
Well, no, the issue that in this thread that I'm reading is they're saying your actual internet connection going out because my upload actually it does because if you everything's going through the same router, so if it's getting plugged up there, but the question is what's new that's going out, and from what I'm seeing on the new PC, it's not really sending anything out other than the captures info, and that's only going over to OBS. That's not going out to the outside. It's going through the router, but the router is a gigabit router, I think, so it shouldn't have any problems dealing with this load of info because it's really the only two computers that are really doing anything at the moment. Mrs. Gimpy, I don't even know. She's out walking the dog still, I think. So she's not even here, so it's not her. And TV's off, so that's not an issue either. So, and again, I'm watching the new PC, and its network activity is basically just the capture and the browser that I have open that I'm using, and that's minimum. So, Steam, but Steam's not doing anything either at the moment. So, I don't think that's it. I think it's specifically related to OBS. Whatever's going, because the issue doesn't happen until OBS, and I limited OBS's upload last night. I was running it at 6 megabits, but I made that change about a week or two ago, and it didn't cause any problems streaming wise. And then last night it kicked it back down to 4,000 or 4 gigabits, which it had been running for years. Why did I bump it up in the first place? Well, I don't know. No particular reason. Just because I was playing around with settings. I haven't played with this in a while. Let's see what happens. And it went perfectly fine. But it's back down to 4 gigabits upload now. That's as of this morning, not since yesterday. So yesterday we were doing 6,000 during the stream, and now we're down to 4,000. Same issue is still happening. So I don't think that's exactly it. Something else. But I think it's yeah, and the only thing different right now is we're not looking at the NDI stuff. So it's definitely, and the NDI capture software is the new factor here, and we were running fine before then. So, and again, that's all through yesterday's stream is the first time we used it. So that's the new factor, and that's the issue. The question is how do we fix it? Let's go, keep going. I didn't finish this whole thread, so let's see what's going on. And this guy in the stream, he's basically turning down his upload as he goes. He goes, well, I'm at 6,000. I bumped it down to 4,000, still disconnecting. He goes, I wonder if I turn it down to 2,500, that should help, right? And somebody goes, yeah, it should. And he goes, it didn't. So he still got disconnected. He even tested with 15 and he still got disconnected. So, almost like it's me. I mean, it's almost the same stuff. Oh, damn it.
Yeah, and I'm not familiar with that software enough to really. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and unfortunately the stream died in January 2019. So, damn it. Damn it. So we're going well now, though, because we're, what, in a 15-minute mark, roughly?
Yeah, 15
15
minutes.
minutes, okay. So I'm gonna go with it's probably the NDI stuff because I bet if, as soon as I go back to it, it's gonna disconnect. Let's find out just for stuff because I'm pretty sure at 15 minutes because before it was every what 5 to 10.
Well, I think the thread might be like it could be an NDI issue. It could be something associated with the router, like depending on how it's configured. It could be a couple of things at this moment, but
I'm betting if I go back to the NDI capture stuff, it's gonna disconnect. Let's find out. Oh, look, this is what I'm looking at. So, Steam turns on, turns anything off after a few seconds or minutes. No, that's not what we're looking for.
did you just turn on the NDI?
Yep.
Okay, so time now 12:13.
I guess I should mark that.
So what we're looking at is from your gaming PC.
Yep. This is what I'm looking for. Stuff. So I already read that one. That's nothing there. That one. I already did that one. That's the one I was just reading. No, sorry, this is the one I was just reading. Teams. Ah.
You don't have a separate router that you can use between your gaming PC and your...
No.
No,
I have the one. Well, I have a really old one that probably wouldn't work.
That would work or would not work?
Probably would not. It's a really old one.
Okay. I only bring that up since that would... Yeah. Like I've seen network issues with routers before, and that could be a pain in the ass.
I don't think it's the router, simply because the only thing that's changed is the NDI software. Hey, Vegan, welcome back. Sorry for the late response there. Not watching chat a whole lot. We're troubleshooting my my streaming connection here. Although we switched over the NDI, it's not been that long yet, so we'll see what happens.
My voice is really bad. Sorry, Hobo.
Did he say that?
Oh, but that was quite a while ago. Never mind.
His voice,
5 minutes ago.
His voice isn't bad. Oh, I wonder if I can limit. Nothing's really happening. Gotta give it a few more minutes still. Again, we're waiting for the stream to die. We're waiting for the stream to die. Better Now was breaking up before. Oh, it was breaking up before. Oh, well, yeah, sometimes it does. It's a Discord thing from time to time. Nothing. I don't think it was a stream thing. Because I was breaking up on my end too from him, but I tend to ignore that stuff because Discord. Super helpful there.
Is there any different quality settings associated with this?
That's what I was just about to look at.
Maybe just sort of kind of turn it down. If it's like set up to like the most highest, maybe tone it down a bit.
hardware acceleration present your image display as in the execution output with audio. It's not the issue, though, I don't think, here. There's no settings. Click app icon to launch. I'm trying to, but it's not launching. Oh, how about we just kill this? Oh, that's just the launch. Okay. It's not really launching. I'm not sure if what exactly it's supposed to be. So this is what's running right now. That's the tools thing. That's that right there that we're just looking at. So there's actually no real settings to play around from this app, it looks like.
But this is only on the gaming PC side, right?
Yeah, this is just a gaming PC. Because
Or does it automatically update between the two, between the gaming and the streaming PC for the NDI setting?
There's actually no NDI software running directly over on the stream PC. It's just a plugin for OBS. There's a little setup thing you have to go through, but it's really simple. So it's really not that. There's nothing really to play with, which is weird. But again, this one, you're supposed to click on app icon to launch, but it's not launching. Unless it's something, let's see, webcam. Ah, there's a webcam down there, so. The standard reference of custom image or tone as NDI. What's that do? Ah, this stuff. Okay, so these buttons are working. It's just some of them just don't actually pop anything up. Yeah, clicking on this one doesn't do anything. Screen capture HX. Use GPU hardware acceleration to present your computer's display as NDI HX output with audio. This one seems to be working fine, so I don't see a reason to use that one. But good news is we haven't lost anything yet. I don't know. The only thing I changed was the studio monitor I turned off, but that's not a big deal. Did it change my output? No. Oh, it did. Oh. So we're just doing this. Okay, let's start something up.
Well, you haven't had an outage for quite a while.
The only thing I just recently changed was I changed the NDI setting on the gaming software to stop looking for other stuff out on the network. I think that's the only thing I just changed. And switching this to Windows so we can watch this too at the same time and see. See, now this goes, so we're running the game, it goes up to more because there's more data to be set out from the capture because of the game that's running, right? Because there's more, the screen is a little bit busier. There's also audio that we're not actually hearing because reasons.
Right.
So now we're hearing the audio. Can I make this window smaller?
Okay, so now you got the full game, the full audio going. So this is literally stream setup at the moment.
Yes, this would be what we'd be streaming. Actually, I can just... Actually, this would be stream setup here. So just let this run. See what happens. And again, the only thing I changed was just what the NDI software on the gaming rig was looking for. Or doing. It was broadcasting as well as looking for stuff to look at. So anyway, how's everybody else's Friday going?
Meh.
I didn't even know it was Friday today. I had no idea what day it was.
I don't know how you know what day of the week it is. Every day's the same for you, pretty much.
Yeah, I know. That's the funny part. But the last 3 days have been very hectic, very busy. Because between...
Well, playing around with the new PC and you probably got some other stuff.
Well, was it yesterday? You know, streaming with the new testing stuff. And then that was so pleasant. So, cut off of that. And then I was still working on things. And then... what? I went out to go get a drink of water. That's what it was. I went to go get some water. And the dogs were sleeping near the door, waiting for Mrs. Kippy wasn't here. And so I get my water, and as I'm in the kitchen, just as I'm putting water into my glass, doorbell rings. And I went, oh, it must be the second package. So I go out and put my glass down on the table, and I just go to the door. And because I walk to the door, the dogs wake up, and they go, oh. Because they get, you know, anytime I go walking towards the door or when they've been sleeping, they figure, oh, Mrs. Gimpy's going to be there any second. So as soon as I open the door, they go shooting out. I mean, they didn't even give me a half a second to respond to them. So I open the door, and the UPS guy's all, where'd these things come from? And the really funny part was the same delivery guys yesterday. And he goes, so here you go. You need to sign for these. I went, okay, but I'll sign. He goes, so is this the stuff you're looking for? I go, I sure hope so. And, so that, and then the dogs are out on the porch and hiding in the shade so they don't get burnt to a crisp. And hey, Mozart, welcome back. And so, you know, and I'm not going to go get them because I'm barefoot and I'm not going to step on that porch. It'll burn my feet. So I just pick up the boxes, go inside, and I start opening everything up. And what do you know, this new keyboard, new mouse. Also, I forgot I always got the USB DVD rewriter, which I totally forgot about. I didn't realize I even bought that as part of this. But anyway, something I needed. So there's that. So I was playing around with that all day yesterday. And then about 10 minutes later, Mrs. Gimpy's home. And she had been out doing stuff, and she wanted a new keyboard because her old keyboard was getting kind of beat up and that kind of stuff. It's like at least 5 years old, but it's kind of beat up. So she went and got a new one. So that's what my afternoon was, setting up my keyboard, my mouse, her keyboard and mouse too, because the wireless keyboard and mouse was a breeze. But you know, that kind of stuff. And then of course she played around with that for the rest of the day. And then this morning she tells me, I don't like either one of them. I don't like the keyboard. I don't like the mouse. I'm going to take them back. I went, okay, fine. And the main reason is because her old keyboard was the ergonomic keyboards from the 90s, which is what my main keyboard is too, but the clicky clacky one. And she has a newer version of it. Mine is very old, but hers, she liked it. And the keyboard she got is not an ergonomic one. And she didn't realize it when she was getting it. And I said, don't worry, it'll be fine. It works just like your regular keyboard. The only difference is the keys are in the middle, a little bit more spread out. And she goes, but I'm not going to be able to find them now. They're in different spots. And I just look at her and I go, are you a touch typist? And she goes, what? I go, you are not a touch typist. And she goes, what do you mean? I go, can you type without looking at the keys? And she looked at me and she goes, sometimes. I go, where's the A? And I was holding the keyboard. I put the keyboard right in front of her, the new one. I go, where's the A key? And she goes, she puts her left hand out a little bit, and she starts moving her pinky. I go, yeah, that doesn't count. Where's it actually on the keyboard? And she couldn't find it without looking at it. So I said, so it's going to take you a little while to get used to it. It's no big deal. And again, she's not a touch typist, so it's very much not a big deal. And we're doing pretty well here, aren't we?
Yeah, for about the last over 5 minutes at least. So
Okay, we'll keep going.
on the task manager, everything looks good there too, or no big pop-ups?
Nothing is really going on. Everything's going really nicely the way it's supposed to.
Okay, I would leave it for about another, let's see, so you started this about 12, 21, 11, 21 your time. Maybe another 3 or 4 minutes. Just leave things the way it is and just see if things are still good. And then you can start, and then, yeah, you might have fixed it. But let's see.
Inadvertently fixed it because I'm not even sure exactly what I did. I mean, other than turn that one thing off, that was it. That was really the only change I made. And that would not have occurred to me to actually be in a factor. Not a major one. But you never know. Let's see.
Well, if it stays stable for about another 5 minutes, then you're probably good.
Yeah.
Anyway, I gotta quickly go to the washroom. Back in a sec.
Okay, thanks. So, how's everybody else doing? Again, this is a troubleshooting portion of the stream. The normal stream should be starting here in about 20 minutes to 30 minutes with Jeff Hobo and Hurricane for the multiplayer Celeste stuff. We'll probably restart the stream at that point, just in case. See what happens. But until then, believe the stream title as is. Because again, this is still testing. We're trying to determine why the stream will just basically... Well, it's basically the gaming rig and the PC rig stopped talking to each other for whatever reason. And it was going like every 5 to 10 minutes it was happening. So we've been troubleshooting this for the last hour and a half. Shit, an hour and a half we've been doing this. That flew by. That's gonna make for a very long day. But that's okay. But anyway, so if you're wondering what we're doing, that's what we're doing. Trying to figure out what happened. Because for those who don't know, I picked up a new PC that was delivered on Wednesday afternoon, and then I spent all Wednesday evening and yesterday morning getting it ready for stream time with a dual PC setup, which I've never done before. For the last 10 years I've been doing a single PC streaming stuff, meaning that all my streaming software and all my gaming software are all in the same rig and going that way. Now we split it. The new computer is the gaming stuff and the old computer is the streaming stuff. So getting that set up was fun, and it wasn't super difficult, but now we're just basically troubleshooting to find out where any issues may exist, which we know there are issues, and if we can go until the start of the stream without problems, I would say it was probably resolved, maybe. Fingers crossed. So what is that? That was all Jeff's fault. Totally Jeff's fault. As soon as he comes back from his little break there, he starts talking, the disconnect happened. Hey Disperter, welcome back. Great, but also some challenges like multiple on a switch using one mouse keyboard, etc. Yeah, I probably should get a switch. Right. Yes, he triggered a trap. See, the thing is we had been going really well there.
Yeah, for about 10 minutes.
10 minutes on the NDI stuff, right? With the game running.
What did you change on the NDI again?
Just what it was looking at. But in this case, the only thing we changed was starting up the game again. Because we were just watching the desktop, it was pretty not a problem, right? We went 20 minutes.
But what difference would that make? Because it's just a video input.
I know, that's what I don't get. The only thing I can
see, that should have nothing to do with the streaming piece. Or, like, that doesn't really change anything.
I know, that's the weird part. Well, it is sending sound too.
Okay, and then do this then for your
mute it.
Kill the game from your gaming PC. Have something with like do the tests you're doing before, but include sound this time.
I mean, don't include sound.
Oh yeah, maybe. Well,
Because
yeah, you're right. You're right.
so do start up Celeste again, but we'll turn off the audio and see if that matters. It shouldn't, but we'll see. Now, actually, you know what? That is actually might be a thing because. Now,
I still got the. Okay, now it's back up again.
right.
So that was about 30 seconds to a minute.
Yeah. After I. And that actually turned the sound off, which I wonder if. Because the NDI source. That should. So I can actually turn the sound off from the NDI source in OBS. Oh, bandwidth.
I would just do one or the other, just see what it does,
Right.
rather than doing both.
Oh, that's true. That's. I'm gonna leave the audio on, but I noticed there was a allow hardware acceleration was checked on. I wonder what that actually is. I'll uncheck that and see if that changes anything. Although I don't know what that would actually do. Oh
Is
no,
it an NDI or an OBS setting?
it's an OBS. It's a setting in OBS. Turn that off. I'll leave the sound on. I'll leave the sound on in OBS. Turn off that one, and we want to turn the sound back on in the game, though. Just turn one thing off. So again, turned off the sound in OBS. No, sorry, the hardware acceleration. Hardware acceleration is off in OBS related to the NDI stuff.
Okay.
So, for those of you here, might be here for Celeste type stuff, you see it up on the screen, but if you know the stream title says testing or whatever it says related to testing, until we can resolve this issue, I can't really stream Celeste with Jeff Hoagland Hurricane. We can fix that up. Let me get this resolved.
Yeah, it's just a typical growing pain, so just how it is.
But it's annoying. It's so annoying. I should have done this yesterday. But I
only 70 hours in the day, so
I was just really frustrated yesterday. To be honest, I was just frustrated. So was not in the right frame of mind for it.
yeah, take a good break, get a good sleep, and then start with a fresh head with the problem again. So it's all good.
Yeah. Let's see. We can watch yesterday's stream.
Well, at this point, I would just leave things the way it is and
Yeah, no.
see if it stays stable for about the next 10 minutes. So I think you started 11:36.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So once it gets to about 1:45, if it stays stable, then yeah, that'd be good. We'll see.
And just so nobody, if anybody thinks I'm not, and you know how you hear Jeffrey reciting times and stuff, which is very much appreciated and stuff. I'm glad he's doing that. But I'm actually doing something too. It's just that I have a way of putting markers in the stream, so that's what I'm doing. So I know when to go back and look at stuff.
Oh no, you've got like a separate piece of paper. I'm just writing stuff down.
Oh yeah, I know. It's just, but if it sounds like I'm not actually doing anything, because I'm not actually writing anything down, I'm just hitting a button on my my tablet that's a stream marker, and it puts a marker on the stream. So once the recording's done, I can go back in and look at all the stream markers and see what was going on at that time. So from the stream side of things, unfortunately.
That's a smart way to do it.
So stuff. We actually have people watching too. That's the funny part. Okay, I actually do need to get up and take a break as well. So let me do that. I'll be back in a couple minutes, and hopefully nothing happens in the meantime. Because again, I've run out of water, and I need to stretch my legs, so to speak. So anyway, be back in a minute or two. We'll leave it on the screen.
So if it clears in clockwork for the outage should occur in the next 1 to 2 minutes. Stream's stable for the last 5 minutes.
Okay, I am back. Happy Friday.
Yep. So you've been stable for a good 5 minutes now.
Yeah. Mozart, smart. What's a smart for?
And if you're going to get an outage, it should occur like now.
The sound of people having tech problems makes your day. It shouldn't. I just want to point that out. That shouldn't make your day.
I do find it interesting though when the outage occurs, you get that blip on the Discord as well.
Yep. And actually, sometimes you get a blip on the Twitch chat, which you don't see in the chat itself. The only reason I see it is because of this little program I use called Chatty, where I'm actually, looking at the chat that way. And that one it actually shows you when you lose connection and stuff, or that you have issues. And it happens sometimes, not all the time, but it does happen sometimes when we get the disconnect.
Which makes me almost think it's a routing type issue. But again, yeah, it's stable now for almost 10 minutes.
Mozart. You reacted to something I said earlier. Yeah, if it's a network issue of some kind, it can affect Discord, of course. It affects Discord every time. So something is doing something. The question is what is it that's doing it, and what are they doing to it, and what is it that's doing it? I have a feeling it's got to be related to the NDI stuff. It's got to be, because that's the only thing that's new. I mean, other than the whole, gaming PC.
It's the only thing that's new, but you're also introducing the connection between the gaming PC
Right.
and your streaming PC through that router.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would take a hard look at that NDI for sure. But yeah, it's been almost 10 minutes. Seems pretty stable at the moment. But if things stay stable, I would recommend probably maybe ditch the dog cam for today.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Mrs. Gimpy isn't here, so which is just not helping my blurring of days getting blurred together, because I get up and I walk out and I'm expecting Mrs. Gimpy and the dogs not to be here because I thought they were still on their walk. And I go walking down the hallway, and there's Mickey stretched out in the middle of the hallway, and Rocket's in the living room, but no Mrs. Gimpy anywhere. So I don't even know when she left, and I don't know if she told me she was leaving. So
Okay, so it's been 10 minutes now, so you could probably start introducing some stuff. Were you using Veronica yesterday?
Veronica's always working, but she doesn't.
Oh, she's on right now?
Yeah, she's listening. Hello, Veronica.
Hello, Meatbag.
Okay, she's listening. Oh, but she's not in Discord.
Okay, if you want to throw it on the Discord, then I can start picking that up.
Okay. Oh, that shouldn't really affect anything.
No, but it's just slowly introducing stuff to see if an issue occurs.
Okay, so... Oh, this is taking longer than normal to find stuff. There we go. Oh, because I usually don't do this once I'm live. That's why. Okay. Hello, Veronica.
Hello, Bag.
Did you hear her?
Yeah, I could hear her, but there was a bit of distortion right when she started talking.
Yeah, I got it on my end too.
Can you have her say something else?
Hello, Veronica.
Hello, Meatbag.
There we go. Yeah, that's when it died. After the second time.
Okay, maybe turn off the stream on the Discord.
Yeah. Bitch. Too many Hello Veronicas, apparently. Apparently. Okay, so was it Veronica's fault? We don't know. We honestly don't know if it was her fault or not. How long had it been? I forgot.
It's been about 10 minutes.
Yeah, I figured it was not too bad.
It might have been that, like, the resources taken for streaming it on the Discord is doing something. So, like, actually just Vern being on is probably inconsequential.
Yeah, it's the streaming portion that made. But again, that's never been an issue before.
It's just another consideration as you sort through whatever the issue is.
Now, what I could do is on the NDI stuff, there's a bandwidth setting in through OBS. There's a highest and a lowest, and it's set to highest because that's the recommended, of course.
Maybe highest. That's the only settings, highest and lowest.
Highest, lowest, and audio only.
Interesting.
Oh, there's latency mode, normal and low. Oh, shit. Let's try normal. Because the low set is experimental. We'll go to normal, latency mode, safe. Let's try the latency mode of safe. See if that helps at all. Okay, so... Normally we're going highest because that's recommended. Sync is source timing, so that's coming from the gaming PC. It's only source timing or network, so source. We're going to allow hardware acceleration. Latency mode, it was on low, which was experimental, and that's why I think it reset, because I changed that from low to normal, which is in parentheses safe, and of course audio is enabled. So see if this helps. So I may have set that latency a little too low or too fast. Maybe that's what it is. We'll find out. Anyway, so stream marker. New settings. So, welcome to the life of a streamer trying to figure shit out. Because not all settings work equally for everyone. And not all settings are up to date. Because unfortunately the video I was watching to set this up was over a year old. And there's been a couple of software updates, not only to OBS, but to the actual NDI plugin too. Since the video I was watching for instructions have been made. Because I was going back through that last night, and I was like, oh, I'm looking at the stuff, and it's like, actually, no, it was yesterday. Yesterday when I was setting it up, I noticed it's like, oh, this does not look like OBS, the OBS that I know. so definitely some changes there. But anyway, at least we're listening to some nice music, nice and relaxing music.
Yep. Okay, I guess I can hear you in the Discord now.
Yep, I can hear you. That was definitely faster than expected.
Yep, that was like within a minute.
Yeah, that was way faster than expected. So, was that related to stuff that I changed, though?
Probably.
Probably, yes. But you think,
considering that it occurred so quickly, you would think it's associated with one of the changes you made, or exasperated by one of the changes you made.
Right. But you would think the latency mode going back to normal would be good.
Oh, but you said you also turned hardware acceleration back on as well, right?
Yeah.
So you made multiple changes there.
Just, yeah, 2 changes. I'll turn the hardware back off. So hardware acceleration is turned off, but keeping the latency at normal. Okay, see how long this one lasts.
Okay, 12:55, hardware acceleration off.
Okay, hands off everything, not touching anything. I don't know. I'm like, running this from my own PC is a better idea. The only problem is what would I do with my old one? What would I do with the streaming box? I'm not using it anymore.
You're just going through some growing pains. I think
know.
once you've fought through it and figured it out, I could see the advantage of having the 2 separate rigs. So It makes sense. But I'm with you. I'm lazy. I would just ditch PC and stick with one. But
Well, the thing is, it's not really lazy because I'd have to set it. Do basically the. I was actually thinking about this earlier this morning. We'll say about 3 o'clock this morning. It's actually popped into my head. If I do go back to a single rig with using the new PC, is getting OBS back over. Basically, basically just copying all the scenes and everything back over to the new PC is the amount of work that it's going to create for me because of the videos and the pictures and stuff. Those are all coming from the streaming PC, right? Those files all exist on that PC. So I'd have to, obviously copy all that stuff over, but
just grab the hard drive and move it over.
yeah, that would be the easier way to go. But but even that wouldn't work because the paths, because when you pick, they're all going to be different. So it's still a lot of work. It's still a lot of work even. But then what it allows me to do is basically start over and just fix the things that I know not to do now because I still have a lot. Okay, going back to the low experimental latency setting in the NDI plugin. Okay, so we didn't do the turning off the audio in the NDI stuff, did we?
Nope, I don't think so.
Okay, the thing is, if we do this, we're not going to hear any sound from the gaming PC.
Yep, no, understood.
Okay, so no music for a little bit. Okay, so
no music, no sound. Period. Got it.
Yeah, no sound from the gaming PC at all, because that is now turned off in OBS through the NDI source plugin. So that is turned off. Okay, and it's now 11:59. Stream's supposed to start in a minute. We've been streaming for. How long do you think we've been streaming?
Oh, let's see. You started 11:08 my time. Yeah, a couple hours now.
Yep, 2 hours.
2 hours.
2 hours 39 seconds. So that's good. So the issues actually aren't with OBS an actual OBS streaming issue. It's a connection issue. But it's not dying long enough for OBS to go, nope, can't try this anymore. Which means it's all going to be strung together on Twitch too. So hopefully these stream markers are where they're supposed to be. Hey, Hurricane. Yes, it's a seahorse's fault. It's a seahorse's fault.
The hardware accelerator, do you have that off or on at the moment?
That is, I believe, on.
Probably still off.
Did I turn it off or did I turn it on?
You turned it off.
It's off.
Okay, just double checking.
Yeah, the only thing I turned back on was the low latency. Because the normal one.
Low latency you turned on and turned off the sound for the OBS.
Right. Because going to the normal latency, the stream was only up for like 2 minutes. Which is weird. Because that's supposed to be the default setting. If that's the issue. But so far it seems to be because this portion of the stream has been going on for a couple minutes. So longer than the change was. So what would be next if this doesn't work? But how am I going to live with no sound? I can't live with no sound.
At this point, it's more just turning stuff on and off to see how that affects the stream, and then you start playing around the settings that will try to sort through the issue. So,
right.
Obviously, you need sound, but.
No, we didn't. Anyway, Hey, Vucos, welcome back. That's the PC is running fine. The problem is the streaming side of things. We're having it's the capture software, I think, is the problem. The problem is but the issue is finding where the actual settings that are affecting it are. So we turned off the enable audio, so I'm going to turn that back on, and then we'll be back to something. Actual audio just because we're just reconnecting to the stream now. So okay, so I blame Vucrules because when he showed up we had 2 outages, I think. So blame Poland. Again, so the only change we made there was sound. Turning the sound back on now. Well, we had turned it off, now we're turning it back on. We're at the highest bandwidth, sync is source timing, no hardware acceleration. Latency mode is at low experimental and enable audio, which is basically where we started the day.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. Like, I don't see.
So that's not really helping. And we played around with all those settings I just mentioned. And sound is on game, right? Yes. It's just not playing right now. Enable audio is on. So I don't know. 8Ball's not responding? Should be.
I don't think that's really a worry of yours at the moment.
No. 8Ball should be responding because the bot is saying stuff, so maybe you typed something wrong. I'm not looking at chat really at the moment, so. But the bot is in channel. Because boss fight's working.
Tubby, did you hear that? There is a boss fight starting. I heard the squirrel is looking for you.
Oh, see, there where it is. Vucrules screwed up. Vucrules is accusing 8Ball of working. He typed the boss command, not the 8Ball command. I don't see you doing it the first time, Vucrules. I don't see you talking to 8Ball at all until just now. I see you going, hey, hello Gimpy and all, how's the new PC going? LOL. The bot says something, then you do the boss command. The bot responds, then you say 8Ball is not responding. Then you do a question to 8Ball, it responds, then you laugh, and it says it worked this time. So I didn't see you ask a first time, so it didn't go through. At least as far as I can see. So again, I blame Poland. But the good news is, the stream hasn't died in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, roughly 5 minutes or so, but
let's see. So far the lesson is don't play with anything and it'll go for 5 to 10 minutes. I blame Poland, Mozart. Apparently it didn't register your first entry. See, Poland's fault. Anytime Vucrules does something and something doesn't work the way it's supposed to, it's Poland's fault. Because he tries to make it my fault, but it's really Poland's fault.
let's see, going back again. So when you're doing some configuration stuff earlier in the morning, earlier in the day, it wasn't streaming at the time, but you had the NDI on, you had the OBS on, you were literally kind of watching the stream off your second computer type thing.
Right.
Without actually getting pushed out to Twitch.
Right.
And that was completely stable.
No problem. And last night, was it last night? Yeah, last night I was playing games and stuff, and basically doing the same thing. Everything was fine.
This time.
Yeah. What the hell? Okay.
So since you've gone back to your original settings, now the outage timing is about the same as it was at the start of your testing.
Right. So about 5 minutes, roughly.
Yep. About every 4 or 5 minutes.
And for the record, I'm not the only person to experience this stuff. This problem has actually been going on for the last 5 years. I found a thread earlier today of somebody having the exact same problem, almost the exact same description of the troubleshooting we've been doing as well. And it's from 5 years ago. So this whatever this issue is, it's not new. And unfortunately, that thread also died without a resolution. So yes, it was down for it goes down for about 30 seconds to a minute. And now we're back, right?
Probably won't change anything, but if you set everything to like a lower quality or a lower setting, if you will, for the output for both the OBS, maybe even input-wise for NDI, just to see what that does.
Of course, what I could do is turn on. No, we already determined the NDI source doesn't affect the. No, wait a minute. Yeah, it does. Because when we go away from the NDI, the stream goes forever, right?
Yep, that's correct. Because you did that video thing for about 10 minutes just from on the OBS on your streaming PC.
Right. Yeah, that's right. We just watched the stream. Wasn't no game, no nothing. And no, wait a minute. No, that's not. No, something's not right there. Was it related to the game running?
I don't think it has anything to do with the game.
But earlier we had the game off and we were just watching the screen and nothing. That there was no sound, there was no game playing. It was very low data coming through, and it was going forever.
Oh, you're talking about when you were just looking at your desktop?
Yeah. At least it seemed like it was going forever. I think we want to give 20 minutes or so without anything happening. And then we tried turning off the sound, and that didn't change anything. I said we turned the sound off and the game, and that didn't change anything. We turned the sound off in the actual plug-in, and it didn't change anything. So it's not necessarily sound related, but that's a data thing too. But
I don't know. I would have thought that, like from your gaming PC to your stream PC, no matter what game you're playing, like the input to AI would be the same.
You think so?
For audio and for video, it should be like exactly the same. It should be inconsequential for what you're doing on what game you're playing and whatnot.
I agree. I agree. Just looking at stuff. Okay, well, let's turn off the game just for fun. I would just look at my desktop. Okay, so here we're just looking at the desktop. So we have no sound coming through, just watching basically the cursor. And you can actually see over there on the right hand side of the task manager. Timer. So right hand corner, that's how much data is going to the network. Right? I think that's going out. It has to be, because that's the capture. So the capture is sending that over to the streaming PC, which is going basically to OBS. And OBS's number is pretty close as far as the network usage. The reason it's a little different is because Is that actually, is the network what it's going out to the network? It's not what's coming in, right? It's this new network utilization. So I'm guessing that means it's going out. But that's not right.
That I'm not sure.
That can't be right. Where is it?
I've never been a strong networking guy, so that's. I always have people. I don't know.
No, actually it is. That's megabits per second. And we're uploading to Twitch at 4 megabits per second, which makes the numbers match up pretty well. Yeah, because if the capture from the gaming PC is what you guys are seeing is at 2, over on my streaming PC, the network utilization is fluctuating between 6 and 7.5, or actually 5. Well, 5.5 to 7.5. It's fluctuating, depending on what OBS is doing at the time. So, yeah, that's about right. Okay, so it's actual just... It's just network utilization. So it's got... So the OBS has got 2-ish coming in, and then 6 going out. And if we speed this up a little bit, or improve this a little bit, that should jump, and it does. Okay. Yeah, it's funny to watch the two numbers play around. Just by moving the mouse, how much the data on the network jumps up. That's funny.
Oh, when you move the mouse on the gaming PC?
Yeah, if you watch the stream, and when I stop moving the mouse, it drops down to about 2 megabits per second. As soon as I start moving it around, depending on how fast I move it, I can get up to about, what, 130? Depending, but it's between 100 and 130, depending on what it's doing exactly. So, and you throw a game in there, and it jumps up to about 130 consistently. So, the games do matter.
Yeah, I guess so.
So the games do matter.
There's like an optimization thing set up with NDI or OBS or something then.
I don't. Okay. Yeah, I don't. I mean, it shouldn't, you would think, because... I mean, because there's...
Because you would think that the video output that's coming from the gaming PC, it would be constant. But I can also see as well, like if they want to... like an optimization type setting, like if it detects that, you know, there's nothing changing on the gaming PC, then it's going to be pulling less information. So it depends on how it's set up, I guess, but I don't know.
Well, some of it is also related to the sound, because right now there's no sound because we turned the game off. Do I have a smaller game I can run in a window for fun? I don't have anything installed right now that will run in a window. Yeah, none of these will run in a window. Oh, by the way, if you're noticing, Jagged Alliance 3, maybe tomorrow, if we can get this resolved. But
I don't know. I would have thought like video would be like video is video, like from the...
I would think so. I would think that video is video, and the sound wouldn't make up that much of a difference. So, but it's but even then, we can actually... Solasta.
Like I would have thought that would be like a constant, like right now, no matter what you're doing on the game PC, it should be inconsequential for the streaming PC. In respect to like for the video output, the video input to the streaming CPU PC should be the same, or like constant.
It's funny watching it.
Which it obviously is not.
Oh, what's funny is watching as Solasta loads on the gaming PC. Watching the input to OBS, it actually is pretty low. But once the game is loaded, now it's up to 100 megabits per second. But while it's loading, it's like 30 and under, which is funny. I would think, because the image is actually, it's not really changing or anything. But anyway, we're going to do this, change back to the mode or the window. And the reason I'm doing this is so we can see the Task Manager at the same time. Although we can't hear the game because that's just the way Solasta works. You can't, it's not one of those games where you can hear the sound when you're all tabbed out. Some games you can, but this one is one of the ones you can't, which is fine for here because this is actually what I want to see. So, as you can see, I'm not moving the mouse, and you can see that the data on the network stuff is up near over 100 consistently, and that's what we're getting over on the OBS too. So yeah, for some reason, running the game is throwing out way more data out there, more data to the network, even though it's not an animated image. As you can see, it's not moving, yet it's throwing out way more data. I wonder why. I mean, that's just weird. Actually, there's a moving image now, but still, that should only be doing it while it's moving, because it doesn't know. That is weird.
Is it the same amount though that if you just have the desktop, you just move around the mouse, or is it significantly more with the game on?
Oh, it's significantly more. It's like right now the screen capture is kicking out 130 megabits per second to the network.
Oh, wait a minute. But OBS, depending on what setting you have, it's either like you could pick up the game directly, or if it's picking up the desktop directly, depending on like your scene settings, right?
Right. Like right now, I can actually let's turn off this and see what.
So that will dictate for how much it's pulling, depending on how that is set up for the scene.
So
maybe
I just turned off the NDI source scene, or a source, whatever, it's a source, and network stuff on the gaming PC is about the same. It's still sitting at 130, so it's still sending it out. It's just over on OBS. It's still the same. So we're not picking it up in OBS. Here's a test we actually haven't done. Right?
What's that?
The stream running without the NDI source being picked up in through, or being broadcast through OBS.
Well, then the game's not being picked up by OBS at all then.
Right. But the game is running and it is being sent over to the streaming PC. It's just that it's not going out to the stream. But we are broadcasting, which is a test we haven't actually done yet.
Okay, I kind of see what you're saying. Okay, so NDI is still picking up the game.
Right.
Just the interconnection between NDI and OBS is down. Got it.
Right.
Got it.
Right. So
then what is OBS pushing out to Twitch?
it's
Probably just the background scene and whatnot. Okay.
It's the Solasta scene, which is the Solasta graphic with, and they can see us talking, and we've got the stream alerts thing over on the right hand side. So this is something we actually haven't
picking
tested.
up everything from the scene except for the game.
Right.
Okay.
Yes, everything but the game is now, and the game is the only thing coming from the gaming rig. All this other
But
stuff.
right now, but this particular scene though for OBS has nothing to do with the game though, right?
It's not. I can turn the game on with a click. So the data is still being sent over. It's just that, well, I think it is. I'm not exactly sure how it works, to tell you the truth. But I can turn it on and off as I want. So.
Well, yeah, but this particular scene, I don't think is picking up the game anyway. So even if you had the game on, it would be inconsequential, wouldn't it?
Right. The game actually isn't being sent over to the streaming PC. It's just video and audio. And right now that is technically turned off. It's like flicking a switch on and off. The power is still there. It's all you have to do is flick the switch on and it's there. So it'd be interesting. But this is a test we haven't really tried. It's just streaming with no connection, with nothing really involving the gaming PC. We haven't tried that yet. We've only been playing with the settings in OBS that are connected, that are determining what we're getting from the gaming PC. But this case, we just said, screw that. We don't want to see what NDI is sending us at all. So I turned it off. Actually, I can go to a different scene too and do the same thing. We can go to...
Well, you kind of did that a little bit with when you were playing that movie for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, we did that, didn't we?
Yeah.
But the difference here is the intro scene doesn't have NDI as a possible source for that scene. If you're not familiar with OBS, of course, that doesn't maybe make a whole lot of sense. But so here's a little OBS 101. You have scenes. What we're looking at right now is my Solasta scene. This is my intro scene. Okay, so the differences here are basically the video you're watching, with the dogs and stuff hopping around, and the time and the little sub bar, right? So nothing game related here. The only thing that shows up on this in this scene are the videos that I put in here, music that we might be playing in the background, which we're not. The mics, of course. Is Discord part of this? Yes, Discord. You can hear Jeff if he talks, but I can mute that if I wanted to, but it's not. So you can hear Jeff talk if he talks. We can listen to music, watch the videos.
Yeah, but that's just a Windows sound thing, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. So, but anyway, so this is. Oh, that whole theory just went out the window. Shit. Okay, well, there's
So what did you actually turn off then?
The only thing I did was I just changed scenes for essentially because we're looking at the intro scene and then we were on the Solasta scene, and the only thing I did here was I turned off the NDI source here in Solasta and the Solasta scene. So nothing was really. I was hoping that was going to be a factor, but it wasn't. Because the NDI stuff is still coming over, even when we're on the intro scene, even though that particular intro scene is not looking for the NDI stuff, basically the gaming computer, the screen and audio from there. The intro scene isn't looking for that at all. It doesn't even.
Okay.
But here we are, yet we still died on the intro scene. Yet earlier today we went a good 20 minutes with no problems. So I don't know.
But that was, you had no games on or nothing at that time.
But
that was just a video.
Yeah, it was just, we were just looking at the intro scene and, oh man, that's right. We didn't have the any games.
Or nothing would have been being pushed through NDI at that point then.
Right, and
it was just a test of the streaming PC.
Right, and
nothing, no interconnection at all with gaming.
Right, shit. So even running the game in the background is sending over more data, even whether you're watching a scene that has it activated or not. So, and that would explain why we went at least 20. The only reason we stopped at 20 minutes because we figured, oh, that's long enough. Because everything else is usually between a minute and 5 minutes before a problem happens. So that's why we only went 20 minutes earlier. We probably could have went all day, as long as we didn't have a game up and running on the other PC, on the gaming PC. So shit. So it's definitely related to the data that's coming over.
Yep. So either like an NDI setting or OBS setting associated.
Stuff, because I have a feeling if we just watch it's like nothing right now. So we're still watching Solasta's screen. Wait a minute, no, that's not right. That's not right. That's frozen. Here, let's unfreeze that, because that's the way it's supposed to look. Okay, so the screen capture. Options. Turn off notifications, go to notification settings. No, we're going to leave that on for now. Use the icon assistant tray to configure any screen capture. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of configuration to be doing there. So, here, so I can't see my desktop. Okay, so there's the screen capture. Oh, the webcam. Why's the webcam on? That's not supposed to be on. Oh, I started it on accident. Okay, so that's off. So the capture. So yeah, frame rate. This is something I just haven't played with, is the frame rate. But that's the default. It's a 59.94. I don't see that being a big deal. The mouse pointer, that's so we can actually see the mouse moving around. But do we need that? But that's not a big deal. This isn't the, see, this is, we're at the point where this isn't really the issue.
Yeah, you're trying to make changes to mitigate the issue.
Yeah.
Lessen it, if you will.
Don't yeah
So
yeah yeah
that's
me.
instead of
Drink
an
your
outage
water,
every 5-10
you
minutes,
stubborn
it's now every
meatbag.
half an hour maybe,
Yeah.
depending on exactly what the issue is.
Spirit, this is Windows 11, yes. There are profiles for app prioritization. So what will that get us? What is app? I don't think app prioritization is the issue. Seems to be the data that comes over. It may turn off background apps. Oh, but I don't think is that the problem? I don't think it's turning off. Or is it? Yeah, I don't know what the issue is either exactly. That's the problem. Check driver selection. Well, see, these are the only settings we can play around with, because we know the issue is related to the NDI software. It's what we're using to capture what's on the gaming PC and sending it over to the streaming PC, where OBS has a plugin to interpret all that stuff. So
the thing that gets me though is that you said you were doing like all this work this morning, and the NDI and OBS, everything was on, and you said you didn't notice any issues at all.
Because I wasn't streaming.
The only time the issue started is once he's turned the OBS on to start streaming.
So it's all coming in and it's going back out.
The additional output, then this is just going through that router.
Right. I don't care about the webcam stuff here. I don't know what this enable KVM control. Anybody know what that is?
It sounds familiar. Like KVM switches type thing, or
I don't know. Let me see. See what Google can tell me.
It rings a bell in my head, but I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, lower right hand corner. Enable KVM control. The mouse cursor is over it right now.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's something you have to worry about. That's like security switches type thing. I think for like secure networks. So I don't think that's
okay.
I don't think that's anything you got to worry about.
Okay. So
if my understanding of it is correct.
Remote desktop capture. Okay, yeah, so we don't need to worry about that. Oh, look, help. Here's a help button. Let's see what the help button does. Computer display, webcam, or interest, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to see videos. Doing it? We're doing scheme capture, okay. So, it's now active. Use icon mode with configure. We've done that.
Oh, okay, now I remember what it gave you. That's like if you want to like share keyboards and mouses between various computers.
Oh, yeah. Again, not a problem. Okay, so there's all the stuff here. So frame rate choices. Audio sources, no big deal. Action.
Come on.
Now we're done.
You pansy. Get back in there and fight.
That wasn't very helpful. I just want to point out that was not really what I was expecting out of help. But anyway. So, now that we're doing this, so it's all related to the network data here, the network utilization. As this number gets bigger, it seems to be the problem. So right now it's like really low because it's just watching a cursor on the screen. Nothing else is going on. No sound, no nothing. Coming from the gaming PC, going over to OBS and the streaming PC. Now once we start a game up though, the data goes up to 130 megabits per second. and that's when we start running into disconnect issues after so many minutes. It's not auto. It's not always really fast. It can be usually about a minute or so, but it has lasted as long as what, 10 minutes? I think is the farthest we've gone. But it's usually right around 5 minutes. So it's related to that, but I don't know why it's cutting off at. What's making it actually cut off after so long? Is it a router thing?
I almost think it is, to be honest. But I don't have a lot of experience with routers.
Neither do I. That's the problem, and I don't even know. I don't even know where to look for what would be that issue, because I don't think it's the data going out the Twitch is the problem, because this is the setting I've used for years now. So again, the only thing that's changed within the last 2 days is the NDI software for OBS. Other aspect is you haven't made any changes. I haven't. The only changes that there's been 2 changes in the last 3 days. The new PC, the gaming PC, was added to the network, and we added the NDI plugin to OBS yesterday for streaming purposes. And the gaming PC works fine. There's nothing, I haven't found anything there. It's not kicking out lots of data for no reason, because that's what we're looking at here. This is sorted by network or utilization. So you can see what's being set to the network from this PC. So whatever network related stuff, we can see that right now. And as you can see, it's the NDI screen capture, which is the new stuff for streaming purposes. And we have, that's it. I mean, that's on OBS, that's the new stuff. The data change, if anything, I had bumped up the upstream for OBS. I bumped it up about a week or 2 ago to 6 megabits for upstreaming, for uploading. And then I reduced it to 4,000 last night. Yeah, 4,000 last night after the stream was over. And I've been running at 4 gigabits upload for years. So that's not it. It's something to do with the NDI plugin. And so the solutions are find out what the actual issues with the NDI stuff, and we played around with the different settings there on OBS that come with the plugin. There's not a lot there, and we went through all of them and made changes one at a time, and they didn't make a difference. And then we
The thing that still gets me though is that when you're doing that work earlier this morning, everything was fine.
It's because I wasn't streaming.
You weren't streaming to Twitch, but you were still streaming in a sense. OBS was up, and you were watching it.
I get what you're saying. It's just that I get what you're saying. It's just that the data is not going. It's just going back and forth between the 2 computers. It's not going anywhere else, right? It's not trying to go out anywhere else.
The only difference is that OBS was not pushing it to Twitch.
Right, and that's the thing.
Everything else was on.
Right. Yes. And let's see, in OBS, see, look, it's coming minutes are in. So if we go into the properties for the NDI stuff, it's just like source name, which is the computer that it's pulling from, which is the gaming PC. Bandwidth, it's set to highest. And we didn't try lowest, did we? We didn't try that setting still. We've only left it on highest so far as the bandwidth coming out of for the plugin. Source timing, we didn't play with that one either. Or sorry, the syncing. But the sync isn't the problem. I think the bandwidth might be the issue. The YUV range. I think that's related to picture quality. That's not a big deal. Latency mode. We played around with that. We did enable audio. We turned that off and on. And then there's that stuff. So I think the only thing we really haven't played with is actually the bandwidth setting.
Well, see what it does, I guess.
Okay, we'll play with that first and see if it changes anything here with nothing running on the gaming PC.
So what was the original bandwidth setting?
Highest. Highest is what it's been set at the whole time. That's the
And
recommended setting.
what are the options?
It's highest, lowest, and audio only. So we're going to lowest. Let's see what this does. Lowest. Oh, it shanked the image. Look at that. How about we don't do that? We fill the screen because that's what we want. There we go. So now the question is, what does that look like? What kind of quality is that? Oh, that looks shitty. Oh, that is not acceptable.
This is an NDI setting, or is this
That's
OBS?
it's a NDI plugin for OBS. That is a setting that looks like shit. So no, that is not acceptable. That can't be it. God, I hope that's not it. That's the bandwidth at lowest. We're going back up to highest because that again, that's not acceptable. Okay, that's better. Yes, Egyptian hieroglyphs at quality setting. Ugh. Okay, so yeah.
But what we're looking right now at the screen is the gaming PC, right?
Yes, this is the gaming PC we're looking at. Yes.
It's been quite stable for a while.
Yeah, it's because again, we're not sending any real data between the two. It's when we start getting up into the 100, when we start broadcast or sending 100 megabits worth of data over to OBS is when the issue starts happening.
And the amount of information being sent is dictated for even the type of game, or exactly if you're showing like a movie. If you put like but yeah, you can even see that it pops up when you move the mouse. Okay.
Yeah. Here, throw in Master of Magic, which is fairly comparable to the last one. Number synchronous saves and Steam Cloud. Play anyway.
What if you just put like a video on right now?
A video? I don't know.
That's going to increase the amount of bandwidth it's playing, right?
Oh, downloading stuff. Probably.
Like a a video on your gaming PC.
Right, yeah. Well, that would be downloading the video, unless I play one on locally.
Yeah, I mean like a local one.
I don't know if I have any local videos on it. I just want to see what happens with Master of Magic, see if this kills anything. This does not have a Windows option. Now look at those FPS options. It's nice and loud music at least. So yeah, so now unfortunately I can't really look at the oh yeah, we can. Okay. So the data is the same
Same as what?
as Celeste.
Or as in nothing be going?
As nothing going, it's under 10 megabits per second for network utilization. For games,
Right.
it's 130-ish, 100 plus, 100 to 140 if a game is running. So it doesn't run the game. So I'm not sure exactly why, but that's fine. Okay, so there's another disconnect. Again, that was as I was exiting Master of Magic. Okay, so this we're looking at. Sorry, I'm moving stuff around on my streaming PC so I can see different stuff. Okay, that'll work. Okay, so video games bad. Now Steam will be interesting. Here, we'll look at the Jagged Alliance video with sound.
So it's a video from Steam?
It's a video from playing on Steam.
So a video not local to the gaming PC then. Okay.
Well, it is local to the gaming PC. Well, the video isn't, so it's got to...
It has to download it though, right?
Yeah, it's got to download it that way. No, it's interesting. Oh, we're not seeing it over on
Nope.
the streaming PC. Just a second. Because gotta remember when it crashes like that, you gotta restart it.
But
There we go.
we are here to make it right. Ian Curry, the creator of the original
There we
Jaggeds,
go.
is here to keep us from f***ing things up, so we don't piss off our Jagged fans out there, and really, anyone who buys the game. So what makes Jagged Alliance 3 a worthy addition to the series?
So the usage is the same.
Well,
Network utilization is the same.
you know how some
You have the
games
sound
tell
on?
you the success
Yeah.
probability of hitting a target, and it's all about figuring out
Turn
the
off the
perfect
sound if
solution?
you don't mind.
Yeah, well,
Does that make a
we don't.
difference?
Jagged is not just a puzzle, but a simulation. There is no perfect solution.
Mute that.
We want you to experiment, to listen to your
Oh.
mercs, and trust your...
There.
Just mute it in.
I muted it in Steam. And the data is still about the same. So that doesn't really change anything.
Which makes sense.
Okay, so that's fine.
I should just leave this for a while and see if it crashes. I'm kind of curious.
What, just on Steam?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. No.
What?
When I pause the video in Steam, the network utilization drops down to like I'm just on the cursor.
Which makes sense because it's now static.
Yeah, but it's a very small video image though, is the funny part. You would
But the quality wise, what is it set at?
oh shit, I don't know. How do you set the quality in Steam? Can you do that? I know you can go full size.
I don't know. 1 second, I have to look.
I don't think you can change the quality in Steam, can you?
You're probably right.
You can just go from the small player to full screen. I think that's the only thing you can do. And it's funny is because when you play the video, the network utilization is like watching one of the games. Yet if you pause it, it goes down to like you're not watching anything. That's weird. I guess that makes sense because it's video or moving pictures versus static pictures. I guess that makes sense. Okay, so. Oh, by the way, Jagged Alliance 3. I'm supposed to be playing this yesterday. I was supposed to play this yesterday, but it didn't happen. And want to play it tomorrow, but unless we can resolve this issue, I don't know what the hell. I need to do something else. I need to basically set up the streaming PC to stream, I think. That's the path I seem to be on at the moment. So that's through Steam. So I'm guessing if I go to YouTube and watch videos there too, it's going to be the same thing as far as
Yeah, but
utilization.
the thing with YouTube is you'll be able to change the video quality, and you'll probably able to see the bandwidth change for information being pulled by your streaming PC.
Right.
So you probably see a difference depending on the video quality that you set, which I'd be kind of curious about because, again, I would think that, like simplistically, in my mind, the video input to the streaming PC would always be the same, regardless of what you're playing on your gaming PC.
Right.
I thought that would be like a constant, but obviously that's not the case.
I just noticed I don't need. No, wait, that's not where I'm going. So we total Warhammer 3. We don't need that on E. Just going through my directories and seeing, hey, I don't need that there. I probably need to go through and clean that up. Anyway, I was kind of hoping there might be videos on these games, but they're not. I don't have any videos on this PC yet, so there's nothing really to look at. other than going onto the internet and looking at stuff, but that doesn't really help me so much. Although, I'm gonna let you look at the dog video here real quick, because I am going to go digging for an actual video somewhere, and I don't want you looking at my directory structure and criticizing me. Let's see. Okay, so this is an older video from back around Christmas time. The dog. This is taken from the dog cam. So the actual resources here are.
Oh, this is straight from the dog cam?
This is a recording from the dog cam.
Oh, okay. And this is on your gaming PC?
This is on the gaming PC, just to see what the network usage is. Just on it's a video.
What's the quality setting for the video?
It's like 720.
Okay.
I
So
think.
what's it probably?
So it's not eating up as much data as a game does. It's only at 45. So it's like a third. Not quite a third.
And if you up the quality of the video, what do you get?
Oh, I don't know if I can up the quality here. This is just the quality of the video taken was like at 720.
I see.
Yeah, I don't think you can really do anything else with that.
But you could probably downgrade it.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay, because video is a video, right? Okay,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah. So again, you can see so now it jumps up. If I move the mouse, now it's going jumping around a little bit. As the dogs move, I think it jumps up the quality. So here's your daily dog cam stuff. This is Gimpy with all their crafting crap. Oh, this is
So a video with sound is different than a game with sound.
yeah, well, this video doesn't have sound in it, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
At least I don't think it does. Does it? No, it doesn't have sound. The sound is it. I didn't record the sound portion of the video, is what it was, because there's nothing to listen to, so there's no sound here on this video.
But this is an OBS capture of the desktop, though.
No, this is actually recording directly from the camera itself. That was not recorded through OBS. This is an actual recording from the camera.
Got it. But what I meant was like OBS-wise, this is a scene that is capturing the desktop, not an OBS scene that's capturing the video player.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as far as OBS is concerned, as far as OBS is concerned, this is part of the NDI source coming from the gaming machine. So everything that you see here is still the desktop or the gaming PC, which is all part of the same scene in OBS. Because actually what we're still technically looking at is the Solasta scene in OBS. It's just that the way the images are arranged or the different sources are arranged is this is the only thing really to see, because there's nothing else. I mean, other than watching us speak, our names popping up on screen from the Discord stuff, and over on the right hand side is the labels, the Streamlabs information, when somebody follows a channel, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But that's all the scene.
Or did you change something?
Nothing's down.
Can you still hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, the Twitch stream is still up?
You
Yeah,
stream?
no, I hear you. I hear you.
No,
I just
stream.
did it because I got the little circle thing on the Twitch stream.
As far as I know, the stream is still up because OBS is still going
Okay,
strong.
maybe it's just on my.
Yeah, it could be.
Okay, no, it looked like it just was a blip on my side.
Yeah, your
It was
brace.
down for. Now it's down again.
Yeah, your voice is breaking up.
Can you hear me still?
I can hear you talking, but you're breaking up.
Yep, you're. Yeah, I'm not surprised because right now I got the spinny circle on your Twitch stream.
Yeah, I think it's on your end somewhere. Because Began is saying in stream that it's still up, which, and by my, from what I can see, it should still
Okay.
be up. Now this is
All right, restarting the stream.
Okay. It's fine, thank you. So, again, we're looking at the right-hand side here. This is a task manager. We're specifically looking at this number. And if we're playing a video game, that number jumps up to about 130 megabits per second. If we were not watching anything, not listening to anything, it drops down to about 2 to 5. Once you start moving the mouse around, it can jump around a little bit, go up to about 100 or so maybe, depending on how fast the mouse is moving, how much. And now we're just watching a video. This is just a video, no sound to it or anything, it's just video. And it's bumping it up to, you know, as you can see, it's fluctuating a little bit. And they're just bounced around a little bit, and it's going. So it's sitting somewhere around 40, but bouncing up to 90 or so, depending on how much activity is actually in the video itself. And again, that's the data that's being sent from the gaming PC over to OBS in the streaming PC. And as far as that's concerned, and those numbers are almost identical. It's just the network utilization over on the streaming PC is a little bit higher because it's streaming. So it's eating up actually 4 more megabits on average because that's what we're streaming at. But so far so good. And it seems to be direct. Yeah. It seems to be the problem seems to be directly related to how much we're trying to push out, which is weird because we haven't had a problem with that regularly streaming. Like yesterday was when the issue started because Wednesday stream was good, right? That's when I was doing what was it, Xenonauts. We didn't have any issues on Wednesday or Tuesday or Monday, and that's the same. Like I said, I stream, and those actually a few days I was actually streaming at a higher rate at 6,000 instead of 4,000, which we're doing today, and no issues. And again, the only new stuff is how we're doing before yesterday. My streaming setup has been a single box, game and streaming software all on the same computer. Now we're doing a gaming computer and a streaming computer separated. And the connection between the two is obviously weird. And I don't know why. Other than, I mean, I'm not using a capture card. A lot of people use capture cards, but I'm using strictly going through the network, which a lot of people use too, and they don't have, I mean, I can't find that many problems with it. Although, again, I found this specific problem from 4 or 5 years ago, which never had a resolution in where I was looking. So, which is odd. Oh yeah, how long is this?
Yeah, a capture card will give you a lot more. Yeah, capture card would have been nice. Because I like playing around with routers that can sometimes get interesting.
I'm not sure it's a router.
No, it probably isn't. It might be. At this point, I'm not sure what it is anymore.
Well, see, again, and the funny part is, you know, I spent Wednesday night moving games from the streaming PC over to this one, like all the games that basically where it says Steam. Okay, we're back.
I don't know anymore.
We're back on stream. We're back on stream. So I don't know why that died, because nothing was really going on. I mean, I was just
The only thing you had going on was the video.
the video was going on, and I was starting to open up a folder to go look at, or just to show that what games I had spent, copying from the streaming PC over to the gaming PC, which all that went through flawlessly. And you're talking about, many gigabytes of stuff happening on Wednesday and Thursday night. No problem whatsoever there. So I don't think it's the data flow is the problem. It's the NDI stuff. Oh, yeah, and it's frozen too. I forgot about that. That really is a screenshot. Now it's not. There, fixed. So, well, so we've been at this for 3 hours and made no real progress. No progress, other than knowing what's. It's definitely related to how much data is going through from the gaming over to OBS, specifically through the capture. But we have to be streaming. If I'm not streaming, there's no problems. They can at least, because there's no measurement of the data when you're not streaming. In OBS, in the OBS software, in the lower right hand corner, it tells you what your current streaming rate is, what you're uploading at. And when you're not streaming, that goes away. So you have no way to see, what kind of data is moving back and forth between the two computers when you're not streaming. But even then, that's not really a measurement of the data that's moving through. It's just your upload. So I don't know. Because I haven't been able to find a solution yet on the web. Not that, I mean, every time I find a case that's similar to what this is, there's never a solution. That the threads just end. There, people will say, come back, hey, did you resolve that? And there's no response, or you have it just ends. There's with no resolution. So there's nothing helpful out there that I can find yet. But we know other people are having the problem or have had the problem.
Yeah, I don't know.
We can watch Mickey scratch himself for a little while. Again, this video is from, how old is this one? It's hard to tell. No, this is the recent winter. This is sometime around. This is pre-COVID, I believe. Poor Mickey. Anyway, so I think my solution right now is to set up OBS on the gaming computer, unless I can find a solution for this, which I think what I'll do is I'll do a little bit more hunting around off stream.
Is there options for maybe a different plugin for the game capture instead of NDI, something else?
I don't know if there are. The NDI is the only one that seems to come up. I mean, I can search around and see what's out there, but NDI is the big one because it's free.
And if it's a big one, and if a lot of them are using it, then it's probably...
Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
It's just the question is, why are we having such an issue, or why am I having such an issue with it? But again, I'm not the only person to have this issue. It's just there's no solution.
But if there's another one that is quite popular as well, or maybe just even to try something else just to see what it does.
Yeah, that's what I have to do. I have to go find it. So,
And if you had a separate router, probably would have played around with that a little bit. But you don't.
Hey, zombie, welcome back. Are we gonna watch Gimpy in the hot tub? No, you're gonna watch the dogs sitting on the stream for maybe a couple more minutes before the stream cuts out. I honestly, I don't think it's the router.
I know, and it probably isn't.
Because like I said, the changes have been made inside of the network. The router, I mean, and even then, it's just the only change is as far as streaming wise goes is we doing the dual setup and using the NDI software instead of a capture card. And it's funny is because when I was first looking at new computers, I was going to get a capture card, and I went, nah, I don't need that. Because I changed my mind multiple times on whether I was going to do a dual PC setup or not. And then at the last second, I decided, let's try it out and see how it goes. No, the data is not through wireless. It's through cables. Both machines. All machines. It's all cable. Although I was thinking about maybe even trying to get Mrs. Gimpy's computer to stream wireless because she's in a different room. She got a wireless connection to the network. Thought about that. We could set her up and see if that would work. That'd be interesting. Huh. That didn't even occur to me. But it wouldn't make a difference, would it?
Nope.
Because I'd still be coming back to the streaming. Because I would basically what we'd be doing is what we have the setup here is using NDI to capture the stream or the screen and audio from the gaming PC. We'd just be doing the same thing for Mrs. Gimpy. The only difference would be the wireless would probably be worse. So. Would it be? How long have we been talking about it? Not this time? At least 5 minutes? Maybe 10? I forgot to look at the timer.
Maybe 4 minutes.
Has it really been 4 minutes? Okay. Seems longer than that. Oh, and if you're keeping track at home, we are in hour 3 of trying to figure this out. Shit.
Yeah, at this point, I got no suggestions. Only providing moral support more than anything else.
I know. No, it's much appreciated, that's for sure. Because you've thought of some stuff that didn't even occur to me, so. So yeah, when the network utilization stays under 100 megabytes, the connection stays longer. And the lower the number, the longer it lasts. So, do I have a time or restriction somewhere? Do I have a restriction somewhere that would do that? But nothing's changed, so that doesn't make sense. Unless it's a Windows 11 thing, maybe. I didn't even think about that.
Well, like a memory utilization type setting type
Yeah,
thing?
like a network.
Or that file save thing that they have that
Some type
memory gets full.
Some type of what is it? Data cap. No, that's not what I want. Hey, stop that.
Joys of Windows 11 when you're trying to find a particular setting, you never find the stupid thing.
I am new to Windows 11, so Mrs. Gimpy has it on her computer, and they have it here, and that's my only exposure to it, and I'm still learning stuff. So,
Good luck.
yeah, I know. It's proxy VPN. This isn't helping me. Oh, is this probably the problem? This is discoverable on the network. Select this if you need file sharing or apps to communicate with this network. I thought I did this. Yeah, that's already on. Metered connection is off, so that's what I was thinking of. Metered connection, so that's not it. So that just went out to the internet. Okay. So I was thinking maybe it was on a metered connection, but it's not. So. And I know my router's not metered because that would have been a problem a long time ago. And it's still going. I mean, I asked that. How long have we been going this last session? It's been 4 minutes since then. So we're coming up on 10, probably?
Yep, coming up to 10.
Okay, the next time it dies, I'm going to call the stream after we reconnect and go from there. Is Windows lying about megabits versus megabytes? Of course it is. Aeolus, welcome back. Your body streams on Wayne 11 Saturday nights. I know some issues he had, but not like this. What kind of issues, Despairador? Do you know? Well, the thing is this is actually isn't. I don't think this is necessary. Well, it could be a Windows 11 thing, but I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Drops,
I think
cutouts.
you're about to die. You're just cutting out a little bit.
Oh, am I?
Usually, when I can hear you starting to cut out a little bit on the Discord, is about a couple of seconds the stream goes.
Oh.
Maybe not this time.
Hmm.
No, I guess not. Okay, you're still good. Okay, never mind.
He eventually fixed it. Was he running a single box or dual? Off a couple on a laptop, okay. Yeah, you can probably run your streaming stuff off a laptop. The actual streaming stuff isn't super resource intensive unless you let it be. But with enough memory, it's not a problem. Although...
What's your OBS settings associated with the network?
What do you mean?
If you go to OBS, open up settings, click advanced, there's one box that's called network, something called bind to IP.
It's an LBS setting?
It's an OBS setting.
So you go to File, then Settings.
Go to OBS, go to File, Settings, Advanced. There's one that's called Network. Is yours...
I'm waiting for it to open. I usually don't go into Settings, so Advanced. Okay, I'm there.
That Network? What does it say on the Network one? For bind to IP. Is it probably set to default, or?
It's set to default, yeah. Can't change it while you're streaming, so. Dynamically change bitrate to manage congestion. That's in beta. Enable network optimizations, enable TCP pacing.
And yours is probably set to default, or
Yeah, it said binded IP is default, but you can't look at anything because it's all grayed out because I'm streaming at the moment. Something I have to check after done.
yeah, maybe something to play around with later on. Okay.
I wonder. Oh. Okay, so what is that?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know.
No. What made you think it looked there?
I don't know. I played around with OBS a little bit when I was trying to help someone out with start streaming. I was kind of curious with, so I played around with it a bit, and so I just opened up my OBS and started looking at the settings a bit.
Okay.
Considering that, like the outages you're getting is when you have both NDSI and OBS up at the same time. So maybe it was an OBS setting. So I thought I'd take a look.
It's just during the
And then I
setup.
saw that too.
Yeah, during the setup for NDI, they don't mention any of that stuff. It's mainly just setting how to set up scenes and that kind of and sources. They don't mention actual settings. Well, actually, no, I take that back. They did, but not that part of the settings. It was just basically typical setting up connections for its hosting type stuff. It's not the advanced portion of it. It's the typical. The first portion of the settings. I already closed it, so. But yeah, it's nothing unusual. Like I said, usually you don't dive into the advanced stuff unless you're having issues or doing something special. But we're having issues, so I'll definitely take a look at it.
Yeah.
And for some reason, we haven't died yet.
Yeah.
But we're not doing anything either. We're just watching a dog video.
Dog video. Well, even if it did have sound, you probably wouldn't hear anything anyways, I guess.
No, they don't make sound, usually. Not until she comes home and they start barking. But even then...
But sound is not a lot of data associated with that anyways.
Yeah, I don't think sound is a big factor. It doesn't, based on what we've tested today, it didn't seem to make a big difference, so...
At this point, I'd almost recommend like a complete reboot of everything, but what does that really solve?
A reboot?
Like restart all the machines and everything, but
They were restarted yesterday morning.
yeah, that's
Yeah, actually, no, after installing the new NDI stuff and stuff, they recommend restarting, so I did. So both machines were restarted yesterday, after the stuff was installed. Look, it's Christmas in July. Looking at the dog video with that stupid rug.
But when I'm talking about like a reboot, I mean like literally everything, like the computers, the router,
Oh,
like all of it.
but the fact that I'm streaming and people are watching, that's the thing, is it is actually streaming and it's watchable and there's no real errors. That's the thing where the modem I think is fine and the router are fine, because we've had no issues at all, because this house is basically all wired at this point, like a lot of houses today, and no issues whatsoever the last couple of days. I don't want to jinx myself, but it's been a while, and it's the NDI stuff. I know it is, because that's the only thing that's really new.
Okay. Well, again, I guess this is about the time where if you can find an alternate to NDI, I guess.
I bet. Let's see. Oh, we could test it. So I could turn off the connection from the gaming computer and just stream the intro stuff. But that's not going to really solve, because that runs for a long time anyway, no problem. Because again, I bet that runs all day though. If I totally break the connection, yeah, you can hear him in the video.
Okay.
You can hear the dogs barking. Mickey's barking
Cool.
right now. I was like, I heard him barking. It's like, that's coming from my headset. Okay, so anyway, as I was saying, now he distracted me. Oh, I said, I bet if I break the connection between the gaming and the streaming computer, I could stream all friggin' day if I want, like that.
Yep, because you had that 20 minutes from the streaming computer with you're just showing that video with sound,
Yep.
so that was fine.
Yeah, I bet if I break that connection, I stream all day long.
And you didn't notice any issues when you were just doing straight NDI to OBS without pushing the signal over to Twitch
Right.
earlier today?
Yeah, that there's no problem there at all. Now, like, it's specifically once we start streaming.
Once you got a game going, is when you got issues. Now, would it be?
What?
No, I was thinking like if you had like a game playing that's being picked up by the NDI, but you weren't pushing it through OBS to Twitch. Maybe like have like a separate video going, but that wouldn't make any sense.
Let me play a game, still going to OBS, but not pushing it to Twitch.
Well, no, but you were doing that already this morning, so that's
Yeah. Well, last night, yeah, I did that with a couple of games last night, no problem. But again, not streaming, so it's just going between the two computers. It's not trying to go anywhere else. But for some reason, once it gets to OBS and we try to send it out, that's when the issue happens. And I wonder if there's some type of there's no real settings here is the problem. I mean, latency mode. When we actually put that on the normal stuff, they got worse. The sync, that's not a problem. That's just a video thing. Could change it though. Sync it with the network or the source. I don't even know what the differences are there. Sync network or sync source timing. I'm going to try the network just for fun. So, no. Stream marker. So we're going to change in the in OBS for the NDI source. We're going to change the sync from source timing to network. Although I think source timing is the default. So we're going to change this to network and see what happens. And yeah, we know that. So that's it talking to each other. So let's see if this happens. So 25. I got 3 hours, 25 minutes into the stream, roughly. Oh, actually 3 hours, 26 minutes coming up. So I'm going to run this for a few minutes and see what happens. Somehow I don't think it's going to matter, but we'll see. Because I don't even know what that's supposed to do. And network utilization is the same. Here, put the dog.
Do it for maybe 5 minutes with a dog video and then start up a game, I guess.
Yeah. Just to get a little bit more data out there. And again, it doesn't seem to be related, for those listening at home, it doesn't seem to be related necessarily to what you're bringing. Done other stuff over on the gaming PC too. It actually killed the video too. I'll show it here once the stream is back up. Okay, so for you guys, the video from the gaming machine is frozen, but once we activate this, and we're going to leave it on the network sync, I think, just for one more try, because who knows. But anyway, we're going to leave the sync on network just for fun. And this is what happened to the video, though, that was playing with the dogs. The screen whited out for whatever reason. That's the first time that an outage has actually affected the gaming PC.
Yeah, that is rather odd.
And there's no will play. Yeah, it actually locked up the player. That's a first. That hasn't. This is the first time it's affected. And also, what's weird is it actually kicked me out of the Twitch chat too, which it doesn't always happen. Usually, usually the stream, when the stream dies, it doesn't always kick me out of Twitch chat, but it has a couple of times today, and this last time was one of them. But this is weird because it actually locked up the video player.
But this video player that you're looking at, are you looking at it from the streaming PC side or the gaming PC side?
That's the gaming PC side. It was like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that it actually affected the gaming PC itself, which is, I don't think it's done that today.
Yeah, I don't get it.
We're to check the admin logs for errors, warnings, stopped services, etc. I didn't even think about that. So when you get new gaming PCs for chat, when chat starts giving me thousands of dollars, how about that? You want something? I want something in return. Setting. So let's see. Where would I find these logs in Windows 11?
I've never looked at them.
I know.
I have no idea.
I have no idea where to even look here. Everything's so friggin' different. Alerts from apps and notifications. So, how about this? Notification from apps and other centers. So, NDI screen is on. Oh, this isn't what I think it is it? Yeah, don't really care about this. It's not what I thought it was. Network and internet. So hey, my Wi-Fi's on. Don't have an antenna. Over the years, some of us probably have given thousands, but it's not Math Friday, so I'm not counting. Some of you have given thousands of dollars over the years. There might be a couple of you that are close. And there's been people out there that have given thousands to the charities, but they haven't given thousands to me. Event Suits, thank you.
Event Viewer?
Event Viewer, yeah. I was trying to think of that name. Oh look, when you type in event, it's a thing. So Windows logs. Application security system, blah, 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 application. Source. So, as far as application logs, the latest one was from 1:18 this afternoon, which was 20 minutes ago, a little over 10 minutes ago, sorry. GU update. I don't think that would be it, would it? Operation completed successfully, so that's not helpful. Given thousands of seconds and time is money. There we go. So I must be stinking rich. Security stuff. Success scheduled software protection service restart. That's not helpful. It's VSS. Service is shutting down due to idle timeout. That's from 10 o'clock this morning, so I don't think that's it. So nothing there in the application stuff. Security. Audit successes. Log on. So that's not going to help me. Setup. No. System. Information stuff. HTTP service control manager. I don't think this stuff is. Nah, these logs aren't very helpful. We're back. So, was doing nothing. So, and that's, I mean, literally nothing really, just watching the little video there. So, I'm looking at the system log right now. Actually, no, this is just the event viewer with all the summary type stuff. Kernel event tracking, tracing, app readiness, Windows updates, device stuff, app readiness. So nothing really, there's nothing critical, just error stuff. I don't think it's coming from this computer. I don't think it's coming from the gaming computer.
Oh yeah, no, I would be checking off of the streaming computer for sure,
yeah,
not the gaming computer.
Yeah.
Don't yummy.
I'm looking at the wrong one.
Drink your water, you stubborn meat bag.
I'm fine. Hi, event viewer. Okay, so stuff. So local. Okay, reading still. Wow, it's taking a while. Oh, this can't be right. Oh, there we go. So errors. Kernel event. A vol snap. I don't know what a vol snap is. Application error. You are. Oof. Oh, these aren't even new. All the application errors are from yesterday. As in, no big deal there.
So nothing occurred at 1333 or around there.
That's what I'm looking at right now. It's just. So administrative events. We got a warning at 1332. NDIS. Realtek PCI family control. Oh, that's the family controller PCI. Is that the network controller? That's a network controller. There will be a momentary disruption in network connectivity while the hardware resets. Reasons: the network driver detected that its hardware has stopped responding to commands, and this network interface has reset 36 times since it was last initialized. I think there's our problem.
Yeah,
It's begun resetting. There will be a momentary disruption in network connectivity while the hardware resets. But it doesn't say what the actual reason for that is.
It's like I'm probably using the wrong terminology for it. It's like a buffer is.
Yeah,
you got to set up the routers correctly. Because an incorrectly set up router can cause issues quite quickly.
Well, this is a network card though. That's
Ah,
that's
okay.
not the router. This is a PCI thing. This is a card in the streaming computer
Right.
because it's momentary disruption in network connectivity while the hardware resets. Driver detected that its hardware stopped responding to commands. Its network interface. Yeah. So and that was 132, which was probably the same time as the last reset, more than likely, or the last disruption.
Yep. Last one was 13, 33, 32, around there.
So event log online help. That didn't take me anywhere. Blah, blah, event ID.
So you might have to update the drivers for that thing then.
Possibly. We'll send the following information across the internet. Is this okay? Yes. Let's see what the actual maybe solution is, maybe. So this is going to Microsoft with this particular issue. Welcome to Microsoft support. That's not very helpful. I was kind of looking for an actual solution right there. Well, that's pretty pointless. That's pointless. Network card could be faulty. Might not. It just might need a driver update of some kind. It's just weird that it's happening today and yesterday.
Well, this is for the new computer as well, so it's not too big of a surprise.
Well, no, that log entry was specifically from the streaming computer, and it's related to the network card. Sounds false.
So he might have not updated the drivers for the network card when he shipped it.
No. This is the streaming computer, not the gaming computer. Is a new one.
Oh, my brain is catching up. Yep, got it.
No, this is the
Yep.
streaming computer with the issue. Let's see. So the support isn't helping me. That log online help. That's not helpful. Let's see if I can find a driver for this thing. Helps to use the right keyboard. And again, helps to use the right keyboard.
But yeah, that's the beauty of a KVM switch. You can just share keyboard and mouse between the two. You just got to flip the switch on the KVM.
Yep, something I need to look into for sure. So. Windows Auto Installation Program, NDIS. 4 megabytes in size. Probably shouldn't do this while I'm streaming, but, you know. Input the answers to this equation. What is 6 plus 5? I don't know.
6 plus 5?
Yeah, that's their security thing. To download this file from Realtek, which is the maker of the card. It's like, this is the CAPTCHA is. What is the answer to this equation? It's 6 plus 5, and it's got some like little lines drawn through it, so it's hard to see. So you need to have a brain to figure it out, I guess. Or abstract thought. Is it an integrated Intel network card? I believe it is. I believe it's an integrated card. More than likely it is.
I guess you don't have a spare network card, or even
No.
space on it to install it anyways.
No, it's the chance of me even having space inside that thing is slim. So if it's well, it's still working. Obviously, it just got a little bit of an issue somewhere. It might just hopefully it's just something that's easy enough to fix with the software. Extract it. So if the stream dies, you know why. Guide you through the rest of the setup process, blah, blah, blah.